Yes.
How long has he been doing ale shipments for you? And has he ever had problems before delivering? Is this a first time thing or?
This is the first time it's been problematic. We've been working together for a couple of months now, ever since I've come to the island 3 months ago.
Okay, that's all the questions I have.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think we're well informed.
Excellent. Well, good luck, and I hope to see you shortly. And she gives you a wave.
I look at Johanna and I'm like, so as we go, I can like teach you a few new calisthenic moves to like really improve the flow of energy through you. It looks like you maybe have some like sticking energy, like right in your armpit kind of.
I don't know where I'm from if it's very appropriate that we comment on each other's energy, but I really appreciate your concern, and I just want to say thanks again for letting me come with you.
Yeah, no problem. It's totally fine. Were you listening to what she said about where to go? Because I totally wasn't.
Yeah, she said something about north and like a right and like a brewer. And it's an island, so I mean, I was just like, we'll find it.
Yeah, totally. That's a solid plan. What do you guys think?
Sounds like a good plan. I think I would find myself hanging out more with Dench. He seems a little bit more along with him than anything else. I also play a pan flute, which I brought with me. I did not purchase it from you, but I think maybe we can talk flutes sometime.
I think I can interest you in not a pan flute, but a normal flute. It's reasonably priced, and I live to share my love of fluting.
Sure, we can talk about it when we get back from this, but I think we should head out to find out where this ale salesman or ale deliverer is. So we should start moving.
All right. You guys set out on the road. Who is the person at the front of the line? Because when you go on a long walk or a hike, you rarely stand side by side the entire time. Often, like you kind of form a single file line eventually. So who's the forefront person?
I don't think I would be leading. I think I'd be like kind of wandering from one side of the road to the other, picking up random like flowers and plants and things, like sniffing them and taking bites of them and like rubbing them between my fingers and stuff.
I think I could see Wander and I sort of at the front based off how things have gone.
Cool.
I'm very consciously triangulating staying in the center of the group.
Well, would either Wander or Dench please make me a survival check, which you can do so by going to your character sheet on Roll20 and just clicking the survival button.
Yeah, Wander, you want to do this, or should I?
Wait, where's the survival button real quick?
It's next to charisma on your skills section, left side of your character sheet, halfway down, 2/3 of the way down.
Okay, hold on.
Survival check. Oh, mine's already checked.
Right, you want to click the text of the survival
Oh, I see. Okay.
to make a roll. Yeah, that will roll your survival skill. Lapis does it. You guys are a little bit busy talking about flutes, apparently. So while you're walking, the two people in the front chatting about flutes and flouting, Lapis, you notice on the side of the road, on the left side of the road, there's like a broken wagon wheel just kind of sitting there awkwardly. Like really awkwardly. Like who just leaves a wagon wheel, like an intact wagon wheel, just like a broken axle on the side of the road?
I think my first instinct before asking anybody to look into it or letting anybody look into it, I would want to look around to make sure that nobody's waiting to ambush us or something. Being a wanderer, I notice that a lot of people will set up traps. Highwaymen and vagabonds will put something alluring out, and then when your attention is drawn, they'll jump you. So I would be kind of looking out to see where somebody could be peeking out from.
Very nice. Why don't you make me a perception check to take a quick look around, scour the area, make sure that this isn't some sort of ambush prepped.
Sure.
Nice. You don't see anything unusual in terms of like monsters or enemies, but you do notice like underneath this bush, there's a cask of ale, like a broken cask of ale. Like one side of it, like the rounded fat section is cracked in and all the ale has spilled out. And it looks like someone just kind of shoved it under a bush and moved on.
And just as a note, I am not perceptive outwardly, but I'm definitely perceptive of people. So when he notices something and does what he does, I notice him noticing it, and I'm also looking in the same direction and focused.
Yeah, so you'll all see this wagon wheel on the side and this broken cask of ale.
I'd probably start to sort of think that maybe there was some sort of attack on a wagon carrying the ale, if I had to make some basic conjectures from what we know.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be pretty strange that somebody would attack the alesman, the delivery man, but they would leave the ale. Maybe is it possible to peek into the back to see if most of the ale was stolen? And
Well,
maybe
yeah, the wagon itself is gone. There's just one wheel and this one barrel. In fact, if you look around, you notice that there are like wagon ruts kind of leading off the road a little bit.
Okay.
How would you take a wagon away if it lost a wheel?
That's a good
That'd
question.
be tough.
Did it roll
That's
off?
actually the question I wanted to ask out loud. So let me ask, where's the rest of the wagon? How do you move a wagon without a wheel?
Is there like a cliff or something, or a forest that it could have rolled off into, or something around us, or?
It's more or less an open plain, what was probably like grazing land or farmland once upon a time. The direction these tracks lead kind of head just out towards the west.
But nowhere really to hide anything, or nowhere that like the wagon
there's an occasional tree or an occasional shrub or maybe even a hedge, but there's definitely no wagon anywhere nearby. Something's missing.
Does the cask of ale have any identifying marks on it?
It does. It says Bobby the Brewer labeled right across the front of it.
From my investigation, I can conclude with 90% certainty that Bob the Brewer was the brewer who was attacked here.
Is it possible to investigate the wheel, maybe to see if there's any kind of identifying marks for how it was destroyed or how it was removed from the wagon? Is there any kind of telling signs, or burn marks?
Definitely. It looks snapped. Like it's pretty classically like it hit a rock or it hit something or there was some sort of impact and it was just snapped off of the axle.
But it doesn't look like it was the byproduct of a struggle, more so than just an accident.
I don't know how you could tell those two apart. If you can tell me how you would discern that, I can give you an answer.
I guess I wouldn't be with the wheel, but maybe right around the wheel, like indications of a struggle, maybe more flurried footprints or like marks in the road rather than just the standard imprints from wheels.
Sure. You start digging around a little bit and just a little bit off the road, a little bit down the ways, there is a trench, like the trench you'd have on the side of the road to collect water. And there is a rotting corpse in the trench. By your expert opinion, it's a few days old.
I start waving some shrubs in a cleansing motion around the space to ward off that energy.
You feel it's been warded off.
Okay, good. Thank you.
I think once she finishes, would probably start to drag the corpse out of the water to try to see what happened.
Yeah, I'd want to.
Before you drag the corpse, can I? I'm actually really freaked out by the corpse. Can I see? Is there anything around it, or can I do a perception check of like traps or poisons or grossness on the corpse?
If you'd like to look for traps and that sort of thing, it would be a perception check, I believe. Yeah, let's go with perception.
Ooh.
You are pretty confident that there are no traps around this corpse. It's just kind of like face down in the water. Yeah.
All right, so yeah, I'll go up and like just poke it to indicate that there's nothing around it and it's safe.
As you drag, as Wander drags the body out, you notice that there's like an impact mark on the front of the skull, like a sling or a rock smacked it right there and just cracked in the skull. There's also like a couple of stab wounds, but they look post-mortem. Like they're not that deep, and there's no like blood soaked through on the clothes near those stab wounds.
Do we recognize the body at all?
It is a woman. It's definitely not Bobby the Brewer, but it's somebody.
Do we know about any relationships Bobby the Brewer may have had?
No idea.
We didn't ask the lady anything, so.
What are you guys going to do about this?
How dead is the body?
He said 2 to 3 days, I think.
Pretty dead.
Yeah.
Is there any indication on the corpse? Like, could we search it for, I don't know, do they have ID wherever we are? Or...
Grab our social security.
Paper.
It looks like he left his wallet at home, or the wallet has been taken. Any sort of identification papers are gone with that person's cash.
And they don't have any markings, tattoos, any distinguishing facial features.
There's an anchor tattoo on like the inside of the left knee, but it looks kind of, but
Like definitely a tattoo, like not like a birthmark. Like
definitely it's in like the shape of an anchor, and there's like a little bit of a dolphin going around one side of it.
yeah.
And we've checked. Are we able to check the pockets or purses or satchels or anything? They're not carrying any type of notes or any type of information that would be relevant.
Looks like anything that this person might have carried has been pilfered.
And there's nothing in the water from where we found them of a similar note, like identification or anything, right?
Good for checking, but no, just some tadpoles.
Well,
So what do you do?
I mean, we have enough to tell Laura what happened, which is that the convoy got attacked, but we probably should find out where Bob ended up.
Yeah, I feel like she asked for a resolution and we really don't have one. We still don't know where Bob is or if Bob has been hurt. We don't even know where the ale is. Somebody could have stolen it. Something horrible could have happened and maybe it was just destroyed. I don't know if she'll be satisfied with this answer. I don't know how long our trip has taken so far. We could return to her with a description of this person and ask her if she knows who this is. Maybe there's something we forgot to ask her.
You're like 4 hours out of town. You could definitely go back, but that would like be the day.
Okay. I feel like we definitely don't have a satisfactory answer. Like we have no idea of why any of this may have happened, and we know I have no idea of the conclusion of it. Like we don't know where the ale is. Yeah, I feel like we don't. I don't think we could go back to this reasonably.
You said there was like a wagon tracks that sort of trailed off for a little bit. Can we like follow those or clues around them?
You can definitely follow the tracks.
Okay, how far do they go, or do they sort of disappear and trail off? Because it's
You'll
open.
have to follow them to see how far they go.
All right, let's follow the
I
tracks. Let's get
suggest
involved.
following the tracks.
All right. The tracks go for miles, for a few miles, until they meet up with a road or a trail, really, and kind of swing around to the right and start heading off roughly northward again. This road goes for another half mile or so until you come to a gorge with a bridge that is has a few people standing around it. I should be bringing you to the appropriate section of the map for you to all see what's going on.
When I see a group of people, I feel pretty safe. I'm going to run right up to them and ask out loud what happened. It's probably not going to be a good decision going forward, but it's what I do.
Can we do like a check to hold you back from doing that?
You're welcome.
I wouldn't be keen on letting anybody wander past, especially because we're following what looks to be a vandalized wagon. So I would assume that anybody we could run into could be involved in that. I would be very worried about that.
Okay.
It's
You wanna
good for her
clothesline
to
me?
socialize. She needs to, create connections with other souls. It's good for her.
Yeah, but you can't have any energy if you're dead. Even so, I think it's okay to have some bad energy rather than no
Wow.
energy.
Good point.
Yeah, as soon as
Yeah.
Wander tries to stop me, I immediately stop.
Well,
The
front
are we
people
gonna
there
just
have-
hide until they go away, or
I think we need to, like, what do these people look like? We need to tell, are they wearing nice suits? Do they look like nice, well-dressed men? Do they look like vagabonds? Do they have weapons on them?
Why don't you scroll up on the map a little bit, follow the trail, and
Yeah,
you see
Sam.
it goes to a bridge. They all seem to be armed with various weapons. One of them is wearing some actual armor. The others have like leather scraps on them of various kinds. The lead one in the middle with the nicer armor and the bigger weapon is a woman. The others are mixed gender standing around, and they seem to be having a conversation, but like have spotted you, but are leaving you be. The tracks definitely go this way, though.
What do you feel like on this stench? What would you do here?
I mean, I'd probably just jump in and try and figure out. I mean, I think I want to engage.
Are there weapons drawn right now, or are they?
No. Their weapons are this size.
Could we
No.
approach maybe in like a concealed weapon manner? So like, if things got hairy, we could have the jump on them.
How
Is
do
there
you
any
conceal a
visible
mole?
crossing?
How big is the mall? I have no concept of this.
Dench.
Think like a
Dench.
sledgehammer.
I
You
mean,
know
I
what
could like
they-
hold it behind my back. I don't know.
No, Dent, you know what they say? Music is the universal language. I think you should play your flute for them.
Well, Wander has his pan flute. We could get a little group going.
Duet
and probably-
going?
I will
Yeah.
I'll dance with you. I'll dance.
Okay, this could be a good way to approach. We definitely wouldn't seem threatening.
We're just a group of traveling musicians.
All right. You guys,
I'm going with the group. I'm a follower.
you guys approach the people at the bridge. I'm just gonna move your characters forward. Well,
Doesn't it just make you feel so centered?
Do you want to buy a flute?
We'd
wanna
just
buy a
like to
flute?
pass by on the bridge. Do we have gold? I'm looking.
you should all have some starting cash.
Yeah, we do from our, unless you literally spend every dollar.
I mean, what is the meaning of money? I like take out a gold piece and I'm ready to pay her, but I look at the rest of the party to see if they're going to.
If you pull out a piece, then I pretty much copy your action and pull out one as well.
Yeah, this doesn't seem worth fighting over. I'd definitely just give them the gold.
I don't know if I can do a perception check here, but are there other people that are very close by that could join this if something happened?
Well, there's definitely the 4 of them here. And if you look across the bridge, let's see how far this is. Maybe like 120 feet away from you, there is a tent. And you do see some people standing around, like their backs to you, looking inward toward the tent.
And we're confident that the tracks rolled across this bridge here?
Definitely, the wagon tracks were headed this direction, and you haven't seen them go off on either side yet.
Maybe we could inquire to the people as to if they know anything about the wagon.
Can we come back and
let me
talk?
cut in for a moment, and because I was new to the stream,
Yeah.
so what I said was, of course you may cross. That'll just be 1 gold, please, a piece.
Can we come back? Let's come back and talk about this for a second before we pay the toll, just to make sure that we really want to cross this bridge and go and play our music. Can we do that? Is that okay, guys? Can we talk for a second?
Yeah.
Yes, of course. Our casino is going to be here all the time.
So, can I assume that this conversation is out of earshot of anybody near the bridge?
Still not fixed.
Still not. So they
Oh,
can
I'm
hear
talking
me?
to Trump.
Oh,
yeah.
sorry. Oh, yeah. You're still muted, Trump. Who's trying to charge us 1 gold to
Really?
pass
I
the.
think that was a troll this time.
Oh. Okay, so only talking to between the 4 of us. I don't feel comfortable bringing up anything about the wagon to them. If they think that we're here to investigate the wagon, it's possible that they'll try to kill us. I don't feel comfortable fighting anybody on this bridge because we don't know how many more they can bring, and they might bring more before the conflict is resolved. I think that we can. The toll kind of sucks, but the reward from the bar is so much greater than this toll here. It's only 4 gold between the 4 of us. We don't have to mention the wagon. We can just play the flutes, move on through the bridge. They don't think we're looking for anything, and we could just kind of move on through that. That would be my idea here. I would be very hesitant to tell them that we're investigating anything that they might be involved in.
So
I
you kind
just
of,
don't-
like,
What's
Yeah,
on the
right.
other side? Like, are we just walking into more of them? Are there a lot more bridges and more tolls? Are we gonna get stuck into some sort of like Jersey toll ring? Like,
I pet her face and I try to calm her down. Like, it's okay. Look, we can't predict the future. We just have to keep moving forward, you know?
But you want to kind of maintain the facade of like, yeah, we just play music and we're not armed or anything.
Well, yeah, because if these guys were involved in the wagon fuck up, I don't want to the wagon screw up. I'm sorry. I don't want to let them know that we're investigating it.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
We needed to set
so
up a trap to
maintaining the
call them.
guise of musicians, can we ask them what's on the other side and if there are towns to play at and things?
Yeah, if we want to, as long as they don't think we're investigating any kind of wagon attack. Yeah, sure.
I don't think it's that sketchy to ask if there are towns to play at, given that we're playing music and dancing. Like, I think we can kind of pull off the wandering music tribe thing.
Are there any other questions we'd want to ask them too before we cross the bridge?
I think the dumber we appear and the more clueless we appear, the better. And yeah, we're doing so pretty good at that so far. So
They did say there was a casino on the other side too.
And no one else is walking past us or also taking this bridge or anything, right?
You guys are okay, all okay with parting with a single gold?
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
that's good.
I don't really believe in money, so it doesn't matter to me.
It's an investment.
I live for my love of fluting.
Right. All right.
So, do you go
I'm
approach
done.
her?
Can we
I think-
reapproach?
Yeah, if
Yeah.
we're all okay, we're all on board with paying the toll and rolling through and being as unassuming as possible.
Mhm.
I think we do
Lapis
that.
does
then.
kind of a cool trick, and she like tries to flip her gold piece to the woman in a cool way, like a little spin and flick.
Sure.
Did it work out?
Does it fall in the gorge?
Should I roll it a dex check, Neil?
Please do. You need at least a 10. Beautiful. She
It's
catches it
gorgeous.
gracefully.
I'm
I
a
wink
giant
at her.
copycat, so I am also going to attempt.
Give me a dexterity check as well.
Come on, open up character sheet. Dex. I'm doing it. I swear. Here it comes. Get ready. It's gonna be awesome.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
No.
Ah!
She
No.
reaches out and tries to catch it anyways. Let's see. Even though your flip is wide, she goes ahead and like grabs for it and manages to catch herself very gracefully.
Super athletic.
Can I do like a charisma check to try and sell them a flute? Will that work?
Let's not make it more than just a charisma check. How do you go about selling them a flute?
I improvise.
Tell me. Just sell me your flute.
Oh, okay. Well, it's taken from the best wood that you can find when traveling around the island that we're on. And then it's handcrafted by the fire at night, because then I hear the music from the animals and the bugs, and it comes alive, and then it comes alive into the flute, and that's why I have the best flutes.
Lapis is very impressed by this tangentially. She's like really into your flutes now.
I
Do
would
you
buy
want?
that flute.
You know, she says, I was going to charge you just a little bit more since, I just remembered we have all these bridge repairs, since there's a certain group that have been causing us trouble up north. But if you hand us a flute, we'll call it square.
All right, yeah, you can definitely have a flute.
Okay, very
Glad
well.
you're doing this.
Thank you.
Does that cover all of our
Wow.
fares or just his?
What? No, just one flute will do.
Will that
Yeah, I mean,
cover everybody, or just?
Oh,
just
no, one flute and, of course, the 4 gold.
Oh,
Wait,
wait, hold on.
I
think he's
mean,
saying he was going to charge us more. But
yes, I
because
was
they
going to
gave us-
charge you more. I was thinking maybe 5 gold apiece, but, the flute, that does sound lovely.
you
I'll take
said
one
one
for the
gold
team.
apiece.
I did,
I think
but
the 1 gold is good. I don't think we should argue with the bridge people. We don't
Yeah,
want
no,
to
I don't-
trouble for these guys.
I think we'll take the hit on the flute. I think we'll live. I can make those.
That's really kind of you to just like spread your love of music through flutes and give it away basically for free, because some people are liars. And I look at the bridge, the person at the edge of the bridge.
I'm
I
not a
would try to string
liar.
her
I
along.
simply have a bad memory.
As I hand the lady on the bridge a piece of gold, can I do a perception check or whatever to see if they smell of alcohol or anything, if they seem drunk or anything like that?
Oh, definitely. That's very clever. Go ahead. Make me a perception check. Or an investigation check, I think is the appropriate one in that one.
Ugh. Okay.
Oh. Not only can you tell that she does smell of alcohol, you can tell that she smells of rum, specifically, not ale.
Nat 20, first crit of the campaign.
Wow. All right. Well, that's cool. I would pay her the gold and I would keep moving us along before somebody says something to get us into more trouble than we need to be in.
Somebody.
Somebody. Any of the 4 of us could do it.
Very well. Enjoy your stay over on the other side. By the way, my name is Elisa. I've got a friend here, but fortunately, we didn't have to show him to you. So, go ahead.
Can we Do we want to talk to Elisa anymore? Should we maybe ask her if she knows
No, I
anything
think we're good
cool
to
going
move on.
on this
I
side?
really want to go.
I think we're good to move on. I really want to move on.
Yeah,
I really want to see this casino.
Yes.
I really want to see the casino. I'm actually really excited to go dance and play flute.
Okay, guys, let's go.
I'm excited to not die to Elisa, so I would like to leave.
I just think Elisa has messed up energy, so I'm done.
All
I'm sure
right.
her energy is fine for who she is. So
You guys move across the bridge and make your way towards the casino. It's not very big. It's just a couple of tents thrown together to provide some shelter from the sun. There is a bar in the back that's like a couple of old wine barrels with a board placed across it and some glasses and some, glasses of alcohol sitting on it. In the middle is what looks to be like a gnome who's been chained to a table and forced to play card games against people, but the place is swamped. There's like 30 people here, and there's a line out the door to play some games.
So before we go in, when I paid the bridge person, it was very obvious that this guy was, or this lady was very drunk on the very rum that we're probably searching for.
You were searching for ale specifically.
For ale. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, and you could smell the rum on her, but she wasn't like trash. Like she's been drinking, day drinking, but not,
Sure. We are, our goal is to investigate what happened to this wagon. If we could get any type of visual confirmation of like this ale laying anywhere, I think that should be our number one goal as we enter this casino, is to just try to find some evidence of that so that we could leave and go back and report our findings.
Wait, Wander, what about the tracks?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Could we maybe see like did we notice if the tracks picked back up post bridge, or were we paying
It's a
attention
pretty
to that?
well-traveled trail in this section of the area. You notice, especially between like the casino and the bridge. Ooh, that did not draw well. Especially between the casino and the bridge, there's a lot of foot traffic in this area out here. So maybe if you expand your search beyond that, you might be able to see if there are tracks around.
I'm okay with searching for tracks first to see if the wagon could have wandered off into any other direction first.
I like that. It's safe. I think it's pretty low risk to try to look around for tracks rather than trying to engage in the casino where we don't really know what's going on yet.
Do we have to conceal the fact that we're looking for something, though? Like, do we have to appear really casual, or is no one around really watching us?
Since there's so much foot traffic, I think we can just wander around playing our instruments while investigating at the same time. Shouldn't be too difficult.
Yeah.
Do people give us money? Do people flip us coins because we're doing so well at playing music?
Oh, I would like a musical check from you guys if you want to see if you're that skilled.
All of us? Or just the two that are playing the music?
Well, the two that are playing music need to make music checks. Those of you that are dancing need to make me some dancing checks, all right?
Well, would that be a performance?
Yes, these are all performance checks of various kinds.
Oh, dang. Even
While
with
you
a
guys are
-1.
rolling those dice, Wander, go ahead and take an inspiration for having your eyes on the prize of looking for the rum. And Dench, you can take an inspiration for your flute bargaining.
Nice.
I'm sorry, real fast. Do you keep track of our gold, or are we supposed to augment that on the
You
sheet?
track it yourself, please, and thank you.
Okay.
So it looks like the flute performers are fantastic. Lapis is a great dancer. And Johanna, what's going on?
I'm sort of doing like my country dancing, which is a lot of like arrhythmic clapping with an odd like hop, and I'm actually mostly just clearing a space around me. People are crossing to the other side of the street. Farm animals are just moving along, and it's not really working out well for me now.
Yeah, it's maybe like a little bit too foreign.
Too much?
And
Is it too much?
it's a little too foreign and exotic for them. They're used to like something a little bit more typical, you know.
I'm like doing lyrical, and she's like in a death mosh pit with herself, like just.
I gotta get the gank going. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm from way up north. Okay.
yeah. All right. Anyway, you guys do search the area, and you've all rolled really well on your investigation checks so far. So not a problem. You notice that right up here to the north, right where there are these weird spires that stick out of the ground, and what looks to be felled trees that have just been like toppled back and forth, there appear to be a relatively fresh set of wagon ruts that go under these felled trees, like right through here. Maybe they went here and then people put trees on top, or maybe these trees are here to block something and they were moved to allow a wagon to go through. But there's definitely some sort of wagon ruts going north.
I keep dancing along the wagon ruts. I'm just like totally in my own world, dancing to the music, just tiptoeing along, following the wagon ruts.
I kind of this is pinging something in the back of my little dumb brain, where I have definitely seen trees. I think maybe not exactly like this before up north, where I don't know. In the north, we had a lot of problems with giants. So back in my hometown, this would mean that maybe something came stomping through here, this fresh area. So. Can I just surreptitiously look around for maybe any sort of footprints or any markings for like a giant beast?
Yes, you can. Why don't you give me a survival check for looking for tracks? I think that's how it goes.
Survival?
Yeah, I think that's the tracking skill in 5e. Ooh, that's really good. Yes, there are indeed some heavy oxen tracks that move forward in between the wagon ruts.
Okay, so it's definitely lots of small feet and not big feet. I'm gonna breathe a huge sigh of relief because I've heard some shit about giants. I'm under siege right now, in fact.
We can go into the casino and we can look for any signs of the ale. If we find it, we can leave immediately. I don't think we need to investigate further. Or we could go north and look for the wagon. It's possible that if we go into the casino, we find nothing, in which case we just waste all of our time. And if we head north now, it's possible that we run into more than we can handle. So I guess it's a risk versus reward trade-off. Dench or the other two. What do you guys think we should do?
Yeah, go ahead, please.
I just think it's cool that you feel like you don't have to label me with a name, that you can just like call me a fellow human, you know? Like that's cool. Yeah. I mean, I just want to help out Laura, so whatever's going to do that best and fastest, that's what I want to do.
Neil, can you tell us how much of a time commitment it would be to go back to the casino and investigate there?
Depends on the depth of your investigation at the casino. If you're just like looking around for beer barrels, that's probably like a 5-minute job tops. Wouldn't even require a check.
Okay. Wander, everybody, what do you guys think about that? That seems like a pretty clean hedge. And then if we don't find anything, maybe we commit to going up north.
Yeah, we could at least peek in and take a look. There's no.
I think that's like pretty low risk, high reward, or at least medium reward.
I've never seen a casino before. That sounds awesome.
How old are you?
For character or me? Oh.
Well, is there any rule for how old you have to be to go into a casino in this world?
No.
I'm 21.
Just like Twitch party. Yeah.
All right. If no one has any objections, then I think we head in and investigate then and do a little brief investigation.
Sure. This gnome seems to be pretty tired, but he's dealing cards, and there's 4 people playing with him. Looks like right now they're playing blackjack. The back of the bar has these 2 wine casks, but they're very clearly wine casks, so they've got grapes emblazoned across them, and then these transparent crystal flasks thingies filled with. Could be rum, could be whiskey, could be brandy, some sort of brownish fluid that they are pouring into, tumblers. There aren't any other large barrels to speak of anywhere around here, and there's no wagon to speak of either. But you are offered a drink at the low price of 5 silver per drink, which you would know is outrageous. That's 5 times the going price in town.
Would any of us be able to drink? This is the brown stuff?
The brown stuff.
Would any of us be able to drink it and identify it as the ale?
Definitely. Yeah. Maybe not like this specific ale, but you did know that there's only one ale brewer in town, so you could tell if it's ale or something else.
I mean, I think one of us should probably have a drink.
All right.
I nominate Lapis or Laura to do it.
I mean, okay, sure. I sniff it and then I take a sip.
First off, pay up 5 silver, please, and thank you.
I'm not paying for it. He told me to drink it. I assume he paid for it.
If no one's paid, no one's getting a drink.
I'll pay
I-
for it. This is ridiculous.
That's so
It's a
sweet of
rich
you to buy me a
person.
drink.
All right.
Wander, you get an inspiration for getting the drink to someone else. Unfortunately, you can only hold one inspiration.
All right. It is whiskey. No, I'm sorry. It's rum. It's rum.
Wait, can I give my inspiration to someone else then?
No. You can use it to gain advantage on any one roll that you want whenever you want.
Oh, okay.
Can I have a sip? Can I have a sip too?
Sure, totes. I give
What
to
does
her.
it taste like to you guys? Sure.
It tastes like broken dreams.
Okay. If you had to
I need,
describe
like,
the taste
flavors.
of ale, would
Yeah,
you-
this isn't getting me anywhere.
Tastes like hot
oh.
sugar.
Oh, it's rum. That's what you're asking. It's rum.
Okay.
Yeah. I let Johanna keep it, and I wander off toward that chained up gnome.
Well, he's in the middle, and there's like a bunch of people around watching the card game. So you can get kind of close, but you're not going to be able to really interact with him without distracting, because he's the only dealer in the entire casino.
I think I can challenge him.
Challenge him to...
Cards.
Well, there's a line to play cards that goes out the door.
Yeah, but what if I like skip the line with my charisma or my flute or something?
You could do a
wanna skip
persuasion
the
check.
line at the casino right next to the people with the swords who are running the bridge and paying people to get here?
Well, real low key though, so they don't know. Kind of just.
It's a charisma. Maybe he can talk his way to the front of the line. It happens
Yeah,
all
that's
the
what I'm
time,
thinking.
Neil.
All right.
Can I
all
use
right,
my
go ahead.
inspiration on charisma here?
To give yourself advantage on your charisma check? Sure, but before you make the roll, tell me what it is that you do to skip the line. Like, how do you cut in line at a casino?
It's a
It
great
says the-
question, Neil.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Like, I'll let you make a roll if you can give me a plausible way of doing it.
Okay.
Neil, I swear I've been in party lines with you where we have done this. It's not that weird.
Can I give a suggestion to Dench?
Oh, please do.
So, obviously, we have a very special individual with us. Maybe we don't know how much time she has left, and maybe before she leaves this dear planet, she wants to play a game of cards. We have to get her back home pretty soon because it's almost time for her treatment. Maybe you can use that as an excuse to get to the front of the line to play cards.
Yeah, no, I'm down. That sounds great. So,
You'll want to
Rachel,
remember
what's the
that.
character's name? I can't remember.
That's why I didn't say her name. I'm sorry.
I'm taking my second sip of the whiskey right now, and I'm not used to whiskey, so I definitely like when he says that, like kind of splutter it everywhere, like, and I obviously look like a helpless fool. So I don't know. Do people around believe me? I've got high charisma, and
Well, Dench, give me that
Persuasion.
that charisma roll with advantage. So you just roll it, and then we take the higher of the two numbers that pop up on stream or in the chat. Not so great.
Oof.
You actually get some curses, and someone physically like puts a hand on you, gives you a bit of a shove, and says, "Back off, bub. I'm next. I don't care how short her time is."
All right, well, we should get out of here then before we cause a scene.
Why is that gnome? I start asking people around. Why is he chained? Why is he chained to the table?
Guess he's working off a debt or something. I don't know.
Why are you chained to the table?
I think it's just the way the world works, and I don't think it's our problem. I think we've wasted enough time here, and we should move on before it gets too late.
The bartender starts walking over. Excuse me, ma'am. Are you causing a problem here?
I'm just curious why you've chained that gnome to the table and forced him to do labor.
Oh, so he doesn't run away.
Why would he not be allowed to exercise his personal freedoms that way?
Oh, because we've enslaved him to play card games.
Why?
Same.
We needed a card dealer, and he's really good at it, and he didn't want to do it voluntarily. And we're stronger and bigger than he is, so we took advantage of his size and chained him to the table, and now he plays games.
That seems super messed up.
I would really like to interject here before this escalates. I really think we should leave. We can come back and we can talk to him later. I will make that as a promise to you. We'll come back and we will look into our friendly little gnome later. But for now, I think we should remember our original task.
I think Wander should get Lapis out of there while I distract him talking about flutes, and then we should dip.
if he's
All right.
like dragging me out, I'm like, how do you have the moral flexibility to think something like this is okay? And I'm like crying, like, no.
All right, you guys get dragged or drag your friends out of here, and you leave the casino, maybe unhappily.
I tug on Wander's arm as soon as we're outside, and I go, "Am I sick?"
I think you'll be fine. We just need to walk for a little bit. You'll be okay, I think. Have some water.
What do you feel like?
I don't know. I felt fine, and then he told everybody that I was dying. And I mean, things have happened before where maybe I'm dying. So I just thought I'd ask him, am I dying?
Did you drink all the rum?
No,
Then you're probably fine.
most of the rum.
I mean, you might be dying, but like, aren't we all dying just slowly every day of our lives?
Johanna drank some of it. Wait, Johanna drank some of it, right?
She drank all of it.
Oh, okay. Lapis drank some of it. I keep mixing.
I
names.
drank
I'm so sorry.
one sip
Yeah.
and then I gave it to Johanna.
Lapis had some of it. She's fine. So you're not poisoned or anything. I think you'll be okay. Just a little tipsy. I think we can walk it off. We'll be okay.
I boop her finger.
My grandma says, "You're a dick."
Whoa! Why did your grandma say that about him? That's so mean.
I don't know. Then
How
I
did you
kind
know
of just
him?
conk out.
All right, we're following the wagon tracks, right?
Yes, you are. So you continue to follow the tracks up and on to our next page. If I can get there, which will take me just a moment, ladies and gentlemen. When you as you follow these tracks further north, you see ahead of you something maybe not so friendly and cuddly as that enslaved gnome back at the gambling hall. There is before you, well, I'll let you decide what you think you see. You should be able to see the screen now, I hope.
It
I
looks
have
like-
impaired perception.
Wait, this
Yeah.
is supposed to be a very large thing?
No, you should be able to look around on the map.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. To the north of you, there's something not particularly cuddly looking. Looks like some sort of slobbering giant dog with something or two things riding on top of it.
Are those two?
I insta barf, but then I started.
I do like a energy cleansing chakra blessing on you.
If it looks to be like an animal type thing, it's pretty clear. It's definitely not a person, right? We can definitely see that.
It's definitely some sort of like beast of burden or some sort of riding beast ridden by two smallish, floppy-eared, green-skinned things. They sort of look like goblins.
It's literally two goblins sitting on top of each other on the back of a giant monster dog.
Oh,
Does the monster dog, does it look like a friendly animal, or does it look like something that can snap and tear your head off? Are we able to perceive that?
I
hear
think it
the
definitely
chittering
looks
of
like
the things over on the side there. They're talking with amongst themselves, and then like you see one of them point at the you guys. The one on
wave
the
happily
back
at
is
them.
drawing a short bow.
Oh, so they're getting
drawing
like,
a short bow?
He's drawing a short bow.
Can I stumble to the right if I see
You can
him
move your
drawing?
character, yeah.
Hey,
Looks like they were just wandering around this area.
Can I shout out and try to communicate with them?
Sure. What would you like to shout out to them?
Oh, that's a good question.
please don't shoot. We just want to talk.
I hear that's remarkably effective with goblins.
How about just a standard who goes there?
Ah.
And I speak goblin, so I guess I would say this in goblin as well. That
Yeah, they're only 100 feet away from you. That's definitely shouting distance.
Okay.
You call out to them, and they...
Me in Goblin. All right. Who goes there for you?
Do we understand Goblin?
My character speaks Goblin.
Let's
Oh.
go with only
Convenient.
Wander speaks Goblin, so we have to all communicate vicariously through him.
Okay, he's asking who we are. Just going to tell him that we're a group of wandering musicians looking for more audiences to play for. I would
Should
tell
I
him.
play my flute?
Yeah, play a little in the background while we're doing it.
Okay, I'm getting a nice little tune, dropping a beat.
Sure, and
in
then to the
Goblin,
goblins. We're
he
just passing through,
responds-
looking for people to play with.
In Goblin, he responds, "Well, my name's Hazzy, and we don't need musicians over here. I think you've taken a wrong turn. You go back to... you probably want to play in that casino instead."
Hmm. Do we all do perception checks? Can I still do one?
Sure.
What are we perception checking for?
Just any other like movement or potential like bodies around, like if this is a concave trap or a just we're encountering like lonely people. I'm playing with it.
So you look around the place with a 15 on your perception check. You definitely see these two goblins riding on what appears to be some sort of large wolf or large dog sort of thing. Well beyond them, maybe another 100 feet or so, there seems to be a cave back there. The wagon ruts that you have been following are still underfoot and head in the direction of that cave.
Do we think we could win if we fought them?
That is not a thing I can tell you. That is like part of the core mechanics of the game.
Oh, if we
I
fight,
mean,
we'll
he
win.
could roll an insight check,
Love it. I can do a what check?
right? Like he could see insight to see how he would measure up against goblins.
Sure. I mean, I can't. It's not going to guarantee the results of anything.
No.
Yeah. I'll do an insight check. Can I do
All
that?
right, give me an insight check.
All right. Did I win?
Ooh.
Nice. Did I win?
You know, toe to toe, you could take a goblin any day of the week. There's 4 of you. There's 2 of them, and they're mounted, so it's a little bit different. But you figure toe to toe, you can take any goblin any day. You could probably even take that big ass creature they're riding on.
What are they wearing? Are we able to perceive that? Are they wearing? Does it look like they have heavy armor on, or
No, they're wearing sort of leather armor. Or
Okay.
like thick leather hides. Maybe not like nice armor, but like leather hides that they've stitched over to themselves. They have short bows, and I believe they have short swords on them as well.
So they're kind of ready to fight. Is the
They
idea? We
are-
they're goblins, right? They're always ready to fight.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, they could be
scimitars
like
on them.
goblins
Do you think there's a chance they'd make a deal before we had to fight them?
I don't think we can negotiate with goblins. They don't look
The
like
other
they're ready to
goblin
I think that's
in the
great.
front also draws a short bow, given that you haven't left yet, and they're just
I look-
aiming it at you guys.
I look at Dench, who looks like he's readying to jump into the fight. He's like sizing them up, and I'm like, "Are you going to fight them?"
Are you going to fight them? I like that.
It's not like a team effort. It's really.
No, that's why I ask. And I set my hands on him, and I'm like, "Just let me cleanse your aura real quick before you do." And I cast guidance, which
Ooh, sneaky.
means that Dench can now roll a d4 and add the number rolled to one ability check of your choice from whenever you do until the spell ends, until I stop concentrating.
Okay,
Yep.
this is a mechanics question. Are
Mhm.
we able to leave and come back on a sneak to go for a surprise attack if we choose to do that? Is that possible?
You can definitely try to walk away. I cannot promise that
Oh,
they
I
will
see.
be so happy about you leaving, but that's definitely a thing that you can try to do.
As you cast your spell, that's enough for the goblins to let loose their arrows at Lapis, the caster. I'm going to roll, and then we're going to go on break right after you see the results.
Great.
They have disadvantage as it is a little bit far away for them.
Aha! Can't touch
So that's
me. I
a
dodged.
10 on the second one.
Looks like those are both misses against Lapis's AC of 15.
Lapis is like, whoo, whoo, and they just go, choo, choo.
Why don't
All
we
right,
take a
the
break?
opening volley has
And
been
then-
fired, but the heroes dodge. We'll be right back.
Cool.
Hooray.
right, cool.
What is the speed of your character?
Most of you, I believe all of you are going to be at 30. We're alive in 25.
Unless you're encumbered.
Right, so typically you'll generally drop your pack and then move, and then hopefully you've calculated whether or not you're encumbered after that.
Gotcha.
That's a freebie.
Including the monsters. Let's get some combat music up. I think we're missing a lapis and a monster.
It gave me an error.
Oh
Let me
Uh-oh.
try. Hold on. Let me try selecting my.
yeah,
My
you
token.
select the token first.
Where is it? Where are you, Lapis?
Can we relabel this warg as a warg?
It says a warg. Warg and riders. There we go.
There. Did that work?
There we go. That's great. Maybe it's a warg with a speech impediment. It could be. You never know. Lapis, you are the first one to go.
I would like to cast. Sorry. Getting there. I would like to cast Guiding Bolt.
Ooh, okay.
Uh-oh, the heavy guns.
Yeah, and this will, as soon as I find it again, there. This means to just like a flash of light comes out of my hands and just streaks toward. I guess I'm gonna go for the warg, and I make a ranged spell attack against the target, and if I hit, I do 4d6 radiant damage.
Ooh.
And then the next attack roll against this target, so whenever someone else attacks them, we'll get advantage.
And who are you targeting? Because there's 2 goblins and a warg. So what is your
warg?
Okay, excellent. Let's make that roll to hit or that spell cast.
On the character sheet, I've never made a spell. Oh, do I need to just click the spell on my
You just
character sheet?
click the spell.
Nice. That doesn't look very good.
10 is a good miss. Woo!
Dang it.
Flies wide to the side. Do you have any other actions you'd like to do? Any movements? Any words?
I just pout and stamp my feet
Oh,
as a bonus action.
Dench, it's your turn. I like how you did that not as your move, but as your bonus action.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I have the option of using any of my weapons.
Yep.
Okay, well they're far away, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, let's go with javelin, I guess. Yeah, javelin seems sweet.
Okay.
I'll let you know that you have javelins and short bows. Javelins, I believe, are shorter range weapons.
Oh, okay. I had no idea.
You would
That's all
know
between
that.
the two. Yeah. All right. Well, short bow's probably. Well, how short a range do you mean by short range? It's about 100.
Yeah,
yards?
they're about 90 feet from you.
Okay.
Your short bow has, I believe, a range of 80 feet. Or you can make an attack farther than that, but at disadvantage.
Is there any way I can encroach upon them and then?
Absolutely. You can move up to 30 feet, which
All
is
right, yeah.
squares. Yeah.
So I should definitely move towards them, and then I think I want to use my short bow.
Go for it.
Okay. So where are they? Where's the enemy?
They are north.
Okay.
If you scroll up or zoom out with the slider bar on the top right, you'll probably spot them.
Yeah, I see them. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna move north 6 squares. All right, great. And yeah, now I'm gonna try and shoot them.
All right, make a shot just by clicking the short bow text on the weapon section of your character sheet.
All right, great. On the weapons,
Yeah.
or in the attacks and spellcasting place.
Yep, that's the spot.
Did I get them?
No.
Oof.
No, you did not, Dench. You rolled a 4. Natural one. The shot doesn't go wide. It's like you're maybe a little bit nervous. Maybe this is your first fight ever, and you just forget to let go of the arrow, and the bow springs, and you still have your arrow in your hand. And it's kind of embarrassing.
So I'm real bad at this.
We all make mistakes. We all roll ones.
I should stick to fluting or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
All right.
Johanna, show them
So
how it's done.
They're 120 feet away, you said?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay, because I'm furthest back, so I'm gonna have to move forward 30 feet before I can do anything, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so that's gonna be my turn, I guess. I move forward, but I stay behind the trees and definitely behind cover. I'm a coward to the max.
Sure. You can make 30 feet and make an action if you have a ranged action to do.
My highest range is 60, so I'm still too far, right?
All right. That way you can use your action to move another 30 feet if you would like.
Okay, so I will move up 60 feet. Is that 6 squares?
Each square is 5 feet, so that's 12 squares.
Okay, I don't want to move up that far. I'll place myself there.
Cool. Place yourself as you please. Evil DM.
All right. The goblins on the warg take aim at Dench, who has come into shortbow range, and they fire off a volley of arrows at you.
Can I like bob and
First
weave
one
when I dodge,
misses
or-
you. Second one also goes wide. Yep. Says the goblin. Warga goes ahead and backs up a few squares.
Okay. Wander, it's your turn.
Are you able to tell about how fast they are to like size them up that way, or is that not possible to perceive?
You can see how many squares he moved in a round, which will tell you at least a minimum speed. How many squares did the warg move?
The warg moved back 30 feet, and you could see that he was backpedaling, so not necessarily going as fast as he could.
Okay.
Wait, the warg moved back, but the goblins stayed forward?
The goblins are on the warg's back.
Oh, so they're all moving backwards towards the cave?
Yes.
Yep.
In terms of how cover works, does that, if you're hiding behind a tree, does that impact their...
You will get cover. You will get a bonus to your armor class.
Gotcha.
It breaks down to 3 categories: half cover, 3/4 cover, and full cover, which is basically like, you can't be targeted.
Okay, if something is on this map, can I assume that it's cover, like reasonably, or?
Yeah, of some level.
Okay.
Like a downed tree is not really going to be much cover, but a rock could be.
Okay. And then both of if I use both my actions here, I can move forward 55 feet?
60 feet.
Okay. Can you see where I'm moving right now?
I can't see where you go until you finish going there.
Okay. Can I do that and you tell me if there's this cover or not?
Sure.
Okay, so I would dash forward. Okay, to try to get closer to the enemies.
Yeah, maybe move onto the square of the tree.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, perfect. Totally into cover. Lapis, it's your turn.
Well, I'm feeling very bad about how that spell went. So, I switched to my light crossbow. And my light crossbow, it's not like a dual shot situation or anything, right? It's just I do 1 shot per turn.
Correct.
Okay. So yeah, I fire off. Well, what's my range on that actually?
The light crossbow has a range of 80 feet with no disadvantage, and then up to 320 with disadvantage.
All right, so I'm gonna take my move closer then. Let's see. Oops. I was trying to measure like you showed me. How do I do that?
Drag and hit the space bar once.
There we go. Okay. So I can go 30 feet.
There's music, Neil.
And then and if I'm not moving, I can still measure distance, right? How do I do that?
With the measure bar.
There it is. Okay, there we go. All right, so I'm pretty far away, but I can do it with disadvantage. So
Yes,
that's
ma'am.
All right, here we go. Pray for me. Did it work? No.
Crossbow button?
That's what I'm trying to hit, but maybe I'm not doing it in the right way.
The crossbow button in the middle.
Attacks and
section?
spellcasting.
Yeah.
There we go.
Ooh, 9 is just a little bit shy. It lands pew, at the warg's feet.
Lapis is worthless in this fight. She's got like welled up anime tears in her eyes, and her cheeks are all red, and she's all frustrated.
And sure, it's your turn.
Let's see. So, how many squares can I move about per round?
You can move 6 squares and take an action, or move 12 squares and take no other actions.
Okay. And is there like any account for? Is like moving diagonally considered moving a square, or is
Yeah,
that too?
yeah.
Okay.
For simplicity, diagonal, forward, left, right, all the same.
Okay, so I can do 1, 2. Okay, yeah, I know. I'm just gonna move this. I'm gonna move 12 squares this round and not attack.
All right.
I moved 10 actually, but it's the same thing.
Perfect. You're under that tree now.
Yeah.
Johanna.
Let's see. I'm gonna move forward and then also do another perception check to make sure that nothing's closing in on either side of us.
Clever. Go for it.
We're getting fucking debated. Excuse me. Yeah, that was the word that was bad that I said. Debated. Sorry, court.
Make me that perception check as soon as you find it. You're positive there's no other enemies around you anywhere. Guaranteed.
I'm just gonna keep checking though.
All right. Next up is the warg and its riders.
Would you say when they're behind this tree like this, that would count as half cover?
No, that tree that Dench is in is definitely 3/4 cover. It's a big one. Wander's tree is a little bit smaller. That's probably half cover.
All right. What? Okay. Half cover is -2, I believe, right?
Correct.
And full cover is -5.
Yes.
Wait, I did a terrible perception check.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Okay. The the goblin archers go ahead and take aim at Wander, and go ahead and just assume both of these rolls are at -2. Let's see.
Ooh, the 23 is definitely a hit. The 12, not so much. So I think that means Wander takes 7. As an
Cool.
arrow.
Am I allowed to pop a lucky here or no?
You are.
no, that's for-
because of your luckiness, each time that I roll a hit, you shouldn't count the damage. I will re-roll damage each time.
Okay. Or rather than lucky, can I use my inspiration here on that first crossbow hit?
Inspirations for you making rolls on your own. You can't affect other people's things. Lucky. You can also spend a lucky point when a roll is made against you. Yes. Okay.
Okay.
So for
and then-
lucky, you roll a die, and we'll see if that hits you.
Yeah.
Okay. What kind of die am I rolling here?
You're rolling a
just roll
1d20.
Yeah.
Just a 1d20?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll this die, and then if it's lower, I would take that as part of my lucky.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll a lucky here for that first hit.
Yeah, they rolled a natural 19. Yeah, that's a 6. With their modifications, that'd definitely be a miss.
Yeah, it looks like that arrow's coming straight at you, but fortunately the wind blows a branch in your face and hits that instead.
Glad I moved behind this tree.
All right.
After firing off their shots, the warg backs off a little bit further.
Okay, Wander, it's your turn.
Perception checks, do those cost an action? Like, would it be in place of an attack or a move?
It would be.
And I'm not close enough to attack anyway. For bringing out like a bow, like if I stepped forward and shot a bow, you can do that in the same turn.
You
have
can
to,
interact with any one item in a round as you want, but the problem is you have a shield on, and you can't fire your bow with the shield. So you'd have to take the shield off, which actually takes like a full action, and putting the shield back on takes an action. So once you've got the shield on, you're sort of committed to that, unless you want to spend a round.
I understand. The tree to the northwest of me, is that full cover? Is it better cover than what I'm in now?
Way, but yeah, that's 3/4 cover for sure. Maybe
Northwest?
on the exact opposite side of them, like if they, where's the ward right now? Yeah, if you were like in this square that I'm trying to draw right here, this would be full cover. Any of these side squares would be like half or 3/4.
Okay, I understand. And that is 25 feet. I'm going to move up to that tree. And then for my action, I want to do a perception check on the cave to see if anything is lurking near the entrance or if it looks like they're retreating to people coming from that direction.
Good call.
Okay, hold on, sorry. So I would move my character right here.
Perfect.
Okay.
Go ahead and make me that perception check.
Ooh, okay. Sorry, here it is.
Yeah, you don't see anything at the front of that cave. It looks sort of empty, at least at the part that's visible to you.
Okay.
Lapis.
All right. I look around at my my friends? Question mark. And I'm looking for the person who I think can most benefit from like protection. I'm thinking that Johanna is probably the most squishy. Do I need to do any kind of insight check to figure that out? Okay. So I am going to check whether this takes touch or not really quickly. If I can find it. I'm looking for Shield of Faith, Neil. There it is. Okay. Oh, it's ranged. Awesome. So
Is that going to be your last spell for the day?
Yeah.
Okay.
But now you're making me second guess that.
To protect me? Lapis.
All right. Yeah. Well, Rachel looks so happy that now I have to do it. So I'm like, Lapis, remember, stay centered. And I cast Shield of Faith, and a shimmering field appears around Johanna, and it's +2 bonus to your AC. So you're glowing. Your energy is just glowing. You're so vibrant right now.
Thanks, Lapis.
No problem.
All right, Dench. Show him what you got.
So is this rock cover like right to due north of me, just a bit?
Yeah.
How good of cover is that?
If you kneel down next to it, it can be 3/4 cover. If you kneel down, it's full cover. If you're standing, it's half cover. The only problem with kneeling down is getting back up takes a little bit of extra movement. So you'll be slower on your next turn if you want to move again.
So if I kneel, that's like one of my 2 actions that I can...
No, you can kneel down as a free action. That's totally fine.
Okay.
But
So if I
getting back
move
up from
there,
that takes
be
like 5
standing, shoot a shot, and then kneel?
Totally.
Okay, let's do that. That sounds good.
That sounds great.
All right, so yeah, my guy's gonna move up. Would this one be the best square for cover? Okay, yeah, so I'll go there, and then I'll shoot them with the short bow I think I have.
Yep.
Yep, it'll be a -2 as they're behind half cover.
Yeah. Let's see.
9, it becomes a 7, which is a caught in the trees.
Man, Dench is having such a rough day.
Yeah. We're
I don't
all
think-
kind of.
Any of you have landed a
We
single
haven't hit
yet.
him yet. This is terrible.
Yeah, we all kind of suck at fighting. Maybe we should stick to being musicians.
Maybe you guys should be traveling bards. I don't know. Johanna, it's your turn.
Let's see. And I'm still more than 60 feet away, right?
I think so. Yeah, you're 110.
God, I really don't want to use Eldritch Blast, but I can use it from cover, and from where I'm at, I can hit them.
I don't know the range of that off the top of my head. Let me take a look.
Sorry. How do I check that again? I'm so sorry.
What the hell was? Let's see. Eldritch Blast has a range of 120 feet. It's a cantrip. You can use it whenever you want, as often as you want.
All right, we're gonna Eldritch Blast them in the face, but
All right.
yeah, they're far enough away from me that they're gonna meet shot. I mean, I love you guys, but there we go.
Hey, you hit!
Hooray! MVP!
Which one are you
Johanna's
aiming
MVP.
at?
Click the text at the bottom of Eldritch Blast where its name is to roll your damage.
And who are you aiming at, Johanna?
I am aiming at the the goblin on top of the warg. No, wait. Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. I already said it, so I am. And
All right.
after I fire that off, I'm actually shocked that I did that and a little like, oh my god. And I'm kind of looking at my hands, and actually I feel like a little bit scared too. I don't know if you need to know my feelings, Neil, but I feel a little bit scared.
I like to know your feelings about these things. And that is, did you want to move, or are you good for your turn?
No, I kind of like fall down back to whatever I'm hiding against, and I'm gonna be thinking about myself for a minute.
Okay. The warg and its riders go.
Yeah, oof, that goblin took a massive blow. Alright, the goblins kind of direct the goblins talk amongst themselves, a bit out of earshot of you, Wander. You're a bit far away, but you can roll perception in order to see if you can make it out.
Roll a perception. I did it.
Alright,
No.
you don't manage to hear out their conversation. Yep.
Wait, can I do a lucky roll here, or my inspiration roll here, because it's my roll?
You could use your.
Wonder, can I try this?
You don't speak Goblin, which is why it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Your inspiration would be allow you to take either the 5 or the 9, both of which would be a fail, so that's not so great.
Okay.
I'm not sure about the lucky. That's a rule that I haven't used often. Let me double check it.
The lucky is that you can just re-roll it, yes.
Yeah, you could definitely re-roll it if you wanted. If you want to use one of your lucky points.
I'll hold on to it. Never mind.
Okay. Cool.
Alright, the warg goes ahead and circles around this way. And right before he takes the goblins under cover behind the trees, they fire off 2 shots at you, Wander. Let's see. You're at -2 due to half cover. So one of them is a 13, one is a 15.
My armor class is 17.
Alright, well,
One of them
they
falls
miss.
short. The other just hits you in the armor and just kind of falls to the side completely uselessly.
And then the warg leads them right behind that tree.
All right, Wander. Retribution.
Not really. Both goblins were carrying swords as well, right? We saw that.
Yep.
And at this point, they're riding on the warg. The warg just moved how many spaces?
Ooh.
You judge it to be approximately 50 feet.
Okay.
How many feet is it from where they are to the cave entrance, by the way?
We can measure it.
60?
Oh, there's 65.
Something like that, depending on where you want to mark the start of the cave.
Yeah.
For me to ever fire my bow. Oof. Right now I'm under half cover.
Yes. I think you should be on 3/4 cover, half cover, 3/4, something like that.
3/4 cover.
It'd be 3/4 if they came at you from the front, but from the side like that, half.
Okay.
From the side where they're at right now would be half.
Yep.
Okay. Can I reposition myself to like a spot here where they have to move to shoot me?
Yeah.
Okay. But but theoretically, if they moved all the way down and they were horizontal to me, that would be a full hit, right? It wouldn't be there would be no cover.
Right.
Oof.
Yeah, so taking off or putting on your shield is one action. I was just double checking.
In terms of heals left in the party, Anna does she have cantrips or anything, or is she out of
I
spells?
do. I
You
do
do.
have cantrips, yes.
I also have a medicine skill, for what it's worth.
Okay. I feel like if I run up to them, I feel like that would be the dumbest thing I could possibly do. Like, it doesn't seem like a good idea.
We do have very low hit points overall.
Yeah.
If you can lead them towards us, I have a bunch of like befriending, beguiling spells.
I could also hedge later. Like, if you move in a way where they have to move to hit you, I could put myself in a position where I can potentially hit them well as a result of them moving to you.
Sure. Okay. I'm going to move in This area here, is this 3/4 or half cover or something, or?
Yeah, I would say that's definitely half cover.
Okay, I'm just trying to draw them in this direction. I'm gonna move here. I don't feel comfortable charging them because both goblins could just hop off the warg and kill me pretty easily, I think. And you guys would be too far away to do anything about it. So I'm just gonna continue to use the cover over here.
All right. Lapis.
Can you take a dodge or whatever? Does that mean anything?
Yeah, you can use an action to dodge. It will give you, I think it gives enemies disadvantage against you to attack. I think that's the thing.
Okay. After the goblins miss both arrows, I saunter out from behind the tree and I move to the next one in a taunting manner, and then I continue to dance around to the tree that I'm currently at right now. Okay, kind of just
Can you
moving
give
back
me
and forth.
your best goblin taunt? How do you taunt the goblins?
You ever play PUBG? Just kind of like a leaning from the tree, kind of like looking back and forth, just kind of giving them a little, something like that. Yeah, a little something like that.
All right. I like it. Lapis.
Yeah, I'm gonna take another try at this crossbow thing. So I'm gonna move. Although it doesn't really do me any good, I'm still gonna move. Guess I'll move to this tiny little shrub, which, well, I can't even get there. I'm just like left behind by the party. Okay, I'll go there. There we go. Hello?
Hello.
Token? Hello?
You got to be on the arrow and not the ruler to move your
Right. Okay. Got it. Okay. And now we're going to take a shot at disadvantage with the light crossbow. Let's see how it goes. Oh.
Ooh.
Wow.
That's...
What were you aiming at?
At
Because it looked like you were aiming at me.
the top goblin. I'm imagining they're sitting on top of each other. Is that the
They're
case?
sitting behind each other.
Well, it'd be
They're
cool
not,
if
like,
they were
on
sitting
each
on top.
Ever
No,
since
come on.
that's what I thought too.
That's how they looked when you had them sitting. It looked like one was sitting on top of the other. Come on, little totem.
That
Anyway.
seems really, really unstable.
What? It seems like they would have a better ability to shoot because if one's behind the other, they have to go around. But if they're sitting on top of each other, they can both be firing.
That's probably something Lapis would think.
Well, I'm sorry that you don't get goblin strategy as well as I do, Neil, but that's fine. I guess I just go for the boring front goblin.
Oh, making me feel bad. All right, roll me your damage.
I go ahead and click light crossbow to get the damage.
I clicked the
in
damage
the
on
chat.
light crossbow. What?
On the chat screen, the dice rolling screen, just click light crossbow after you've rolled.
Gotcha.
There you go.
Woohoo!
Yak.
3 points.
Goes the goblin.
I do believe that's enough to bring that goblin down, though. Am I right there, Trump?
Yes, it takes the crossbow and falls off the warg.
Nice shot, Lapis.
Thanks. Just doing my part for our community.
Dench.
So, Wander, you kind of taunted them, right?
Yeah, I think I'm taunting and dodging behind the tree to try to bait shots or actions towards me.
Okay. How good of cover are the trees kind of northeast to me? Maybe like 5 up, 7 east.
This big one right here would probably be 3/4 cover if you're like tucked between those two guys, like right in this square here. The others would be half cover.
And how good of a shot would I have from there?
Pretty good. They would be only 50 feet from you. That's short range for your weapon, for your crossbow. But they are behind their own cover, so they would have bonuses to their AC.
Okay, so can I make it to there and then still shoot them?
Yep.
All right, great. And then, I think I'll use am I close enough for my javelin? Or...
Javelin's 30 feet without disadvantage.
It's probably enough. All right, let's go with the short bow.
All right. Give us a shot.
Did I get him?
No, not with an 11. It gets caught in the trees. You can hear the warg at you. Johanna.
All right. Once again, I'm gonna move forward. I'm gonna again consciously try and triangulate with these guys and stay in the middle. And once I get there, I have enough action left for a perception check. Yes or no?
Yep. I think so.
Let's do it. I am freaked out by everything and looking around, and
You're still
I'm
certain
idiot.
that there's
Dummy.
nothing else nearby.
God damn.
It's like looking to find your glasses when they're on the top of your head. That's what it's like.
I am shaky and terrified. So makes sense.
All right. Wargy Poo.
All right, the warg who is in the back speaks up a bit louder in Goblin. And the warg responds.
Do I get to roll to interpret that or to check that? Or
Yeah,
there's a
roll
lot of that I
a
can-
perception to see if you can make that out.
Okay.
Oh, I think a 14 definitely will do it.
What? I can't leave you behind, says the warg.
Aw.
You have to go. You have to warn the others. I'm going to go hide in that cave. Don't worry, I'll be okay. Really? I guess. Alright.
It's touching.
Did you change the music to sad?
The warg runs back over here to the cave to let the goblin off, and then runs off to the northeast. The goblin disappears into the cave.
Okay. Wander. The enemies have sort of fled.
Yeah, are we still like in combat mode?
That's up to you. I'm going to leave you guys in combat mode until you tell me you feel like it's out of combat mode.
Sure, I understand. So I don't think any of you guys speak Goblin, but it sounded like that dude was running to go and grab some friends. The other Goblin seems like he's hiding in the cave. The cave is probably empty. I don't think anybody's inside. Otherwise, he would have ran into the cave to grab somebody. I think maybe we should... Can we find a vantage point or something up here to see if there are people coming that we would be able to see and flee from before they get here? Because obviously we're not going to be outrunning wargs. That would be the thing that I'd be most concerned with right now.
Sure. So what sort of vantage point are you looking for? Like climbing on top of something?
Yeah, maybe I'm a pretty athletic person, so maybe climbing on top of a tree to kind of peer off into the distance to see if you can make anything out coming.
Do the rest of us notice that the warg and the other goblin cleared out?
Definitely. You saw
Okay,
them run
yeah.
back to the cave and split and run.
Oh,
Can
yes,
we
and
yell?
I was just talking. I was trying to communicate to you guys. I was telling you that's what I heard them say. So
Oh, okay, you did tell us. Okay.
Okay.
yeah. So yeah, I think yeah. So I would say that, and then I'd like to climb a tree to look off into the distance to see if I can see that guy bringing reinforcements or anything.
Sure. You can scale a tree. Given enough time, you're gonna scale the tree. So there's no pressure. You can do it. No check needed. You see the warg every now and then, like as it appears in a clearing here or there. Just booking it. Doesn't look like there's anything nearby that could be considered a reinforcement.
I think we
Um,
should just keep following the wagon tracks because that's what we were doing in the first place. Also, I'm gonna go loot the goblin body.
I'm
Right.
really afraid of the warg. Based on how fast it ran away, do we have any concept of how quickly it could get back or other wargs could get back?
It looks to be moving like 66% faster than you. So, it can go a
Okay.
pretty good distance.
Based on what I saw in the tree, is it possible that he could get to a village that I couldn't see and then get back within an hour or two? Or was it a very wide clearing? And if he's getting anybody, it's going to take at least a night for him to return. Am I able to perceive that?
So he looks like he's heading generally in the direction of this forest that's nearby. You can't tell what's in the forest, but they probably can't be back within an hour. Maybe. It could be possible. There's no way to know for certain, but...
So we should be out of here before nightfall for sure, guys, right?
When I took this job, it said that it paid 250 gold, split 4 ways. I am okay with that payout. I do not want to risk my life waiting for an army of goblins to come back. I do not think I'm getting paid enough to sit around and fight off that many people. That's how I feel. I don't want to wander into the cave knowing that that guy's going to show up with reinforcements.
I think it's unlikely that what we're looking for is in the cave. Like our upside is only extra things, and then we'd subsequently still have to go find the things that we're actually looking for. So I agree with Wander. I think we should go try and stay on objective.
Well, we see the wagon tracks lead into this cave, right?
Oh, do
Yeah.
they?
Yeah.
Oh,
They
I
do.
see.
The
Okay,
wagon
well, then
tracks lead
I want
right-
to follow the wagon tracks wherever they go.
Oof. We could
Meh.
report back to her what we found so far and let her know that if she wants us to investigate further, it's going to be significantly more. I don't think we're getting paid enough to fight an army of orcs. That's my opinion.
Is it a shallow cave or a deep cave? Can we get a sense of it by looking from the mouth of it?
If you move your characters up to the mouth of the cave, we can deal with that mechanic when we
I
get
don't know.
there.
That feels like a trick.
You
I'll
played
go.
this game before.
She knows you well, Neil.
Can we send,
I
like,
have been
one?
doing terrible perception checks, but I don't feel safe. Can somebody else like perceive the universe for me? Lapis, I just don't feel safe.
I hug her. I just hold her. And I'm like,
That does not make me feel safe. It does make me feel warm and squishy.
Lapis just starts walking toward the cave. Well, actually, what about what did I find on the goblin?
Oh, you find a small bag of gold. It has 5 golden coins in it.
Sweet. I put those into my bag.
Do we all know that she found that, or do we have
Yeah,
to?
You were climbing a tree, and Johanna was talking about looking in the cave, and Dench was following the tracks towards the cave, and she was the only person that went to go investigate the body of the goblin. So
Are we allowed to ask her what she found on that body of the goblin?
you may.
Can she lie?
Did you even
She may.
see?
She could.
Did you even see me go look at the goblin?
We saw the
That's the
goblin get
question.
killed.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. If we didn't see her go and we go and investigate the body,
You just find it with
we
no
just
money
find
on it. No.
Do
I
we
mean,
roll
I'm
for
not
that?
trying to hide it, but I also it doesn't even occur to me that you guys would want anything because I'm the only one that thought about it.
Sure. I think my first mind would be getting what I could out of here and leaving. So the goblin corpse would be pretty important to me after making sure nobody else was coming. So if there was some good shit on that, I want to know about it. And am I able to roll to see if she went there, or how would that?
I think you were busy looking at the warg. You know,
Okay.
you were climbing trees and looking for wargs. You weren't paying attention to the rest of the party.
Okay. So then I would only check it and find it empty.
Yeah.
Okay. Are we able to perceive if there's another exit out of the cave, something from the top or from the side, another way out, so that if we went inside, we wouldn't be trapped?
If you want to, so this is like any other cave that you might encounter in the real world. If you climb around, look around the edges of the cave, you might find other caves, but there's no way of knowing whether they're connected or not without exploring them. You know,
Gotcha.
you find 2 caves adjacent to each other. Do they connect? Do they not connect?
So I'm like pretty close to the cave entrance at this point, right? Because I've been investigating the tracks.
Yeah. Move yourself close. Move yourself where you think you would be while you're investigating these tracks. I will let you know that they definitely kind of come through here and up to there.
Yeah, I'd say like I'm probably here-ish. Not quite. Can I tell how well-worn the cave path is? Like I could see the tracks, but can I see a lot of foot traffic, or does it look reasonably deserted?
There's not much in the way of foot traffic around here. There's definitely not enough foot traffic to warrant a path. There is enough traffic to show you that things have been in and around. You find a couple of trees with broken branches dangling on them that look a little weird. You'll find areas of grass that have been patted down recently. I mean, a warg did just run past and a goblin did just run inside. But there does seem to be maybe a little bit of other traffic.
Neil,
Mhm.
is it possible to use my nature proficiency and intelligence to make some sort of like trap or warning system at the entrance of the cave? So if we went inside, we could kind of protect the entrance.
Yes, there's probably a way to do that. You would need something that would make a noise loud enough to alert you. So do you have like some pots and pans or a bell, or what do you have that could
Flutes.
that could maybe fall to create a noise or clang together somehow to create some noise? Do you have any noise
Well,
makers? on
I
hand?
would prefer that the trap like snared them. But I just kind of figured that like the hubbub would echo into the cave and warn us as well. But
It could.
I'm thinking more of a snare type of situation.
Okay, so I don't know how like advanced you can be with this, but what if we like, because just looking at our supplies, could we tie like rope across 2 trees so that if a horse or a warg was running by, it would trip, and then like bury some crossbow bolts into the ground so it would like fall face forward? Would something like that work? Or
Yeah, that would work. You can see the trees that you have around you, so you can let me know where you would like to tie your rope and where the sort of trap that you would like to make.
I think we should. I want to make something where when they hit that rope, or like when they trigger a rope, something falls down and like falling swinging axes kind of situation.
Well, I just have a.
So
hunting
you want
trap.
like an elaborate dungeon trap that you can set up in like 3 minutes and then go inside the cave.
Okay. I know I'm not gonna get that, but you know.
I have a hunting trap. Would that accomplish what we're trying to do? Like,
Yes.
that down? Oh, okay.
Totally.
Someone just happens to be carrying a hunting trap on them.
Easy peasy. I think we should make the trap that Wander suggested and also set the hunting trap for double bagging it.
All right. You just tell me where you want to tie your rope off, and we'll make it happen.
This rope, one rope is 50 feet of rope. If I
Yes,
use
sir.
this rope, then that's going to be the entire trap. All of my rope will be used for this.
Unless you want to cut your rope into 2 smaller sections.
Since we're about to explore a cave, I think the rope is very valuable. If they bring back a bunch of people, I don't think 2 traps is going to be much different than 1. We really just want to hear them coming. So if he's going to set up his like actual animal trap, I'm going to hold on to my rope, I think, to use it inside the cave. I don't want to use both traps here. I don't think it's worth it.
Okay.
The hunting trap that Dench has here is basically like your classic bear trap. It's sawtooth things with a little pressure plate in the middle and then a chain that ties to like a tree or something. So if something steps on it, it snaps and grabs their leg.
Great.
So you can set that somewhere, and you'll probably need to give it a little bit of cover so it's not so obvious. Because a bear
Or, like,
is
right in the mouth, right? And then just like put dirt and some branches over it.
I take
Well,
two
I
hands of leaves and just sprinkle it all over salt.
We'd want to know before they were at the mouth, though, right? Wouldn't we want a little bit of time? Because if they're already at the mouth, then we're already stuck inside the
There's
cave.
just less of a likelihood that they'll step on it if it's not in the exact mouth of the cave.
Yeah,
What if
otherwise
they
we
come from the
kind of have to
side?
guess because it could be like
In the
right.
direction.
Yeah, I think mouth is definitely the most likely to trip it. So which area does your guys' trap cover?
Well, I'm
We're
not
not-
laying one. If you're gonna lay your trap, I'm gonna hold on to my rope for use.
Okay. Yeah. Sounds good. I think mouth is best then if we only have one trap to work with.
Sure.
And then we could cover it with like natural dirt or whatever.
Yeah.
Make it look reasonably. Because if the path has been traveled, then it won't look that abnormal if it's a little disrupted just in a different manner. Whereas if it hadn't been traversed at all, then it would probably look weird if there was like scattered around dirt.
Well, can we do like a check? Is there a path, some type of path between here and where that warg ran that looks well traveled, or no?
no, really not. This place doesn't look like it's well traveled at all.
Okay. I think that's a fine place for the trap. Goblins are pretty stupid and pretty easy to get them to stare at stuff. This is a little bit messed up, but maybe we could impale the goblin that we killed on a tree kind of nearby. If they stop and check, maybe that will either intimidate them or buy us some more time or something. Or it could enrage them and cause them to come after us faster. I'm not sure what you guys think.
I think that it won't do. I think it's only a positive thing. I think we should definitely do it.
All right. Do we have to roll to impale?
No. Nope. But I want a little bit of backstory on you. Is this the first time you've impaled something to a tree?
As somebody that has wandered in the outer parts of cities and whatnot, I think I would be used to constructing traps and using mechanisms to try to lure people into doing things. Since I don't work with a group and since I don't have any kind of people to take care of me, I would need to do things in order to in order to have an advantage over other groups of people. So setting up little machinations like this to intimidate people would be something that would be part of my character's backstory.
So this is not the first time you've made a gruesome sight to lure opponents into one way or another.
Correct. Wander's done this in the past to scare off other types of people if he needs to intimidate somebody because he doesn't have the numbers to do so.
Sure. Why
Lapis
don't
is
you-
like, yeah, that's a good idea, but I just can't stand very close to it. It'll just mess up my balance. So she like goes and stands far away from that bad energy.
I'm horrified. What are you doing?
Impale. We're going to. You guys can move into the cave, and we're going to sit the goblin next to a tree, so that if anybody wanders by, they'll be too concerned with trying to find the goblin's family, rather than come in and.
You're
mess with
just
them.
gonna sit him down. I'm sorry. I thought you were gonna do
Yeah.
something really
No,
crazy.
we're definitely not going to do that.
Man, you freaked me out, man.
Wait, we're not impaling him on the tree anymore. What
What are
happened?
you gonna do?
No, that sounds horrible.
I mean, I'm playing to win. If we think that's
Do
we think
that,
that's good
then.
percentage.
Dench, I'm giving you a very sharp look right now. They're going to move into the cave to investigate the opening of the cave, and then we can rest the goblin out here.
I
So
take
that if
Johanna's
anybody-
hand. I'm like, yeah, let's just go in the cave. The energy in there's real good. Come on.
Yeah, we'll just set him by. Okay, we're good. Yeah, we'll just set him by the thing,
Yeah.
and we'll all go into the cave. Agreed.
Okay. Maybe this is a good time to take our break.
Yep.
All right. We'll see you guys on the other side with some not goblin impaling. See you guys later.
And we're back.
All right. It looks like the party has moved up to the cave. Let's get the party up to the cave. And you are, I think it was going to be Johanna and Lapis are going into the cave first, while the big, burly, heavily armed fighters hang out outside.
That makes sense. It's good.
Yeah. Tactically sound.
I'm gonna look back actually at Dench, real pleading, like, be like, you coming?
Do you want to? I think you guys should just go into the cave while we lay the goblin against the tree gently, and then we'll follow you.
Lapis, I don't think we should go too far in without them.
We'll be fine. We're, our energy is just like really, yeah, just come on. She just grabs her.
What if we breadcrumb? That's the best way to stay together. My dad taught me this in the forest with my brothers and sisters is, one person would go ahead and you like all the way ahead and another person would stop and then you would leave like a breadcrumb.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, great idea.
So
like, let's go. Come on.
I'm going to breadcrumb. No.
Come on. Yes, great idea. Drop whatever you want. Come on. She's kind of just like hustling her in like a child. Come on.
I'm a people breadcrumb, but I just follow, I guess.
All right. After we have ensured that they're deep enough in the cave, we would pin up the goblin.
Sure. What is your definition of deep enough in the cave? Is that like 10 feet away, or is that like out of sight in the cave?
I'm gonna assume that if I can't see them, they can't see me. That would be my assumption.
I'm only taking Johanna far enough that she can't see out to see what they're doing, and then like.
Okay, we're not going too far into the cave, right?
No. I'm like, okay, we'll wait right here.
All right. Well, you are free to move about as you please.
In order to save on tools or whatever, we're just looking for kind of like a broken branch off a tree where there's just like a stump sticking out. Yeah, and then we're just gonna go ahead and pin them up. And then
Easy peasy.
Yeah, pretty easy. And then we head inside, I think.
Sure.
Yeah, that should be everything.
So I'm going to stop you here because Lapis and Johanna wanted to move inside the cave, but they didn't move their characters. And there's a reason I'm asking them to move their characters inside the cave.
I'm right here.
Because at a certain point, you start really being able to see things. So when you start walking to the cave and it gets really dark, what do? Like, how do you go into a pitch black cave?
I freeze. I do not go into a pitch black cave.
I light a torch, which I have.
Okay. These are important things, as silly as they may sound.
It's a cave full of gasoline.
The end. We're dead.
Okay.
A quick wipe.
Are 2 torches redundant, or would a second torch help in any way?
You should hold on to it because mine will eventually wear out, and then we'll need another one.
All right.
All right. So Dench also lights a torch?
No.
No. Dench doesn't light a torch.
Got it. I see what you're doing.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Pacing.
Okay. So feel free to explore the cave to your heart's extent.
Someone
Is
besides
there-
me should lead.
You see, as you go up there, you see that those white specks. Hold on, you probably don't want to go that far. I'll tell you about this. As you step forward, you see that those white spots are caltrops. They were hastily dropped from above. Above, you see one kobold lying kind of prone with a sling. And then once you see him, you actually see that he was just hidden poorly. There's 4 other kobolds right next to him.
Like hanging from the ceiling, you're saying?
No, they're just lying prone on the floor of this ledge above. They're about 10 feet up.
Gotcha. This guy right here.
Yep. That little
Cool.
guy. Since you may have not wanted to move that far, I will let you get a moment to get your bearings, and then I will act.
Communicating to Dench especially. I think it's important for these fights that you and me stick together, and then that will allow the wonderful people behind us to work their magic without feeling intimidated or threatened by the people above us. But I think we should be ready to fight.
Yeah, we should be more of the front line, you're saying? And kind of let them... Yeah, I agree with that.
Now, which one of you entered first? Which one of you are leading? I missed it.
Dench was.
Wander and Dench
Yeah,
are
we'll
ahead.
go with I was. Wander.
No,
You know
I think I would be leading because I have the shield out, so to be more responsible.
Okay.
right?
As the torch kind of shines and lights up the kobolds, and you notice them, they were ready, and the one in the lead shouts, "One!" As they all kind of wind up their slings and hurl them all at once at you, Wander. Let's see.
That's 5 kobold sling attacks against Wander. 3.
Wow, is that 2 crits?
That is 2 crits and a single hit against Wander.
Jeez.
Can I? I think I'm gonna lucky reroll one of those crits.
Sure.
Can I lucky reroll both the crits? How lucky am I? Am I able to do that?
Yes, you're able to do that.
3 points. Is there a limit on how many lucky points you can use in a
You get
round?
3
No, you
for
just
a
get 3.
day. I don't know about for round.
Let's double check. I think it's probably fine, but let's check. Lucky. You have 3 lucky points whenever you make an attack roll. Blah 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 blah. You can also spend. It doesn't have a round specification. Knock yourself up. You can re-roll them both.
For the current damage showing, there's 13 damage showing, correct? Is that
I'm
am I
seeing
reading it?
15. The 20 does 6, and the 24s do 5 and 7.
Remember specifically for Destiny, though, since you have the lucky feat, the damage will not be as stated. I will reroll the damage each time.
Gotcha, I understand. All right, so I'm re-rolling right now one of the crits, and I just do a slash roll d10
D20, please.
or d20. Sorry, of course.
That's a hit, but not a crit.
Okay. So then you would re-roll the damage on that one.
Yep.
All right. And then on the second one, is going to be a miss. So it's a total of 5 and 6, 11 damage instead of a lot more.
Yep. A hail of pellets kind of just rain upon you as you enter in. Now would be the time to roll initiative.
Okay. Oh, I think I might have deleted your initiative as you were rolling it.
Wow, thanks.
There you go. Would the kobolds like to roll initiative too? All right. First up, kobold number 1.
Kobold number 1. Surprised that the hail of slings did not bring down that front line man. He goes ahead and stands up from his prone position and then hurls another slingshot at you.
Hurls the
12.
slingshot itself.
No,
No,
Throws the-
hurls a sling at you.
that was a binding verbal action. No.
I know. I heard slingshot.
All right. The 12 is a wild miss. Lapis, you are once again at the top of the initiative order for the party.
I put my hands on Dench's shoulders. Actually, wait, clarification. Guidance, which adds a d4 to any ability check. Does that work for attack rolls or only like stat check ability checks?
That is ability checks as in stat check abilities.
I
Skills.
believe so.
Dang it! That's not what I wanted the answer to be. Wander is hurt, correct?
Yeah, I'm at 3 HP. I'm on the very, very, very injured right now.
Okay, then I'm going to really quickly, while I'm kind of like huddling behind these two, take out my healing kit, and I'm going to do some field medic work, and I'm gonna heal Wander for 7.
Plus the target's max number of hit dice or level, bringing it up by 1 to a total of 8.
I'm like, here, just let me
Okay.
cleanse your chakra real quick.
All right. Wander, it is your turn.
Can I call out to you guys and just inform you that I have an awesome spell called Burning Hands, and if you guys can get out of my way, I can kill people in a 15-foot cone. So just Dench at the end, maybe you just want to scoot over a little bit.
You
before
could just
my-
like shove your hands between them, right?
That's what I'm wondering. Can I fire over him if he stands where he's standing now and I'm
You can
around?
like squeeze between them, yeah. Or
Okay.
I don't know what their heights are. What
You know
you
what,
could
never
do it
mind.
above them or below
Stay the
them.
heck where you is, Dench. Don't move.
Just like between his legs, like boo.
It's just a thought.
Are
Yeah.
we
Heads
able
up,
to
I've got burning hands ready, and I'm very excited to use them behind you.
or if I move into like the corner here, does this function as any type of cover here? Like cowering next to the corner with my shield up while I wait for her to cast her spell? Am I able to do that or?
Yeah, it just depends on the
cast-
location of the target. So a kobold over here,
Mhm.
that would be not very much cover against, but one over here, it would definitely be some sort of cover.
I
Gotcha.
also cast after 4 kobolds attack, so don't be in too much of a hurry to get out of my way.
All right. So in front of us, is this like a cliff thing that we would have to climb or scale or?
Yeah, it's about a 10-foot cliff. It doesn't look like it's a difficult cliff to climb. In fact, it looks like there are little slots put as if it's a frequently climbed cliff.
Mhm.
But you would take some climbing to get up there.
Okay. And these little things on the ground, are they going to hurt us passing over them or anything?
Yeah, in the torchlight, you can see them, the reflection of metal. It looks like caltrops lined all over the floor.
We don't want to go forward.
Yeah. You
For,
can move slowly through them without taking any damage, but it will slow your speed by half while you move through them.
Okay. I'm going to hope, even though I have very little faith in her, I'm going to hope that Johanna can work some magic. I'm going to move to the side of the cave here,
Mhm.
and I'm going to cast Second Wind.
Beautiful.
Oh shoot, hold on, I gotta find this. And then, what do I click to roll this? Or do I just need to roll this
It
myself?
should be the text.
It's under my, it's in the right box area. I don't think I have a thing I can click. Oh, no, never mind. I'm sorry, I see it. Okay. So,
Wonderful.
and then that just returns me to 13 hit points.
If the math is right, yes.
Because I can't go past my maximum, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. All right. And then I will remain by the cave wall here. And I don't believe that Second Wind costs an action for me. So can I also use like a dodge?
Second wind might be a bonus action. I
Yes,
think
it's
you're
a
right.
bonus action, so you can dodge.
Then yes,
Okay,
you can
so-
dodge.
I'll be on the side of the cave here with a dodge active and with my shield up, waiting for Johanna to cast her spell.
Dench.
So, is there any way I could kind of boost my defense and protect Johanna so that she doesn't get hit by like the 4 people who go before her?
You can stand in front of her and not take the dodge action. I'll let you take a cover action instead, which will give attacks against Johanna disadvantage instead of attacks against you with disadvantage.
Okay, and will I get hit by the spell she casts afterwards, or will she still be able
That's
to
up to her.
maneuver? All right, well.
Hopefully she does.
It's taking a lot of faith, but
That
yeah,
Wonder Woman shield formation.
I think that I'll just do that then. I want to divert attacks away from her because I don't think I can do much against these enemies, and apparently the spell of hers is pretty good.
What is your AC and HP?
Ask
That for
great
Dench's
question.
character? Or do I like size them
Um,
up? Or-
My AC is 14 and my HP is 15,
Okay.
so I probably won't die outright.
Okay.
And is there any way I can like boost? So I can do that, and I can kind of divert attacks away from her, and then I have one more action. Is there any way I can like boost my defense temporarily?
That's going to be your action, is diverting attacks from her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll do that.
All right, it is a whole slew of kobolds.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
All right, that kobold goes ahead and runs over to the room in the back. And over on this right side along the wall, he suddenly spots movement of a rope. Right next to Dench, to the right of him, you hear the creaking of gates opening. Let me go ahead and roll initiative for these guys.
Oh no.
Oh, that's pretty lucky.
These guys.
Oh, jeez.
Alright, the next kobold. He goes ahead and takes his sling and continues to pick on Wander. Let's see. He stands up first. With disadvantage, that's only a 9 to hit, which is not good enough.
Nope. And the last kobold,
Why do they have disadvantage?
because you are dodging.
Oh yeah, okay, good. Oh, you're still shooting me.
Oh, sorry.
Let's see, the one in front there. Did you skip one of the kobolds, or?
No, two went. One went to move and one went to shoot.
Oh,
right?
I thought we had 4 kobolds.
No.
Oh,
only
I see.
3.
The rust monsters got in front of them. Yep.
Yeah.
Or the monsters got in front of them, I should say. Where was I? Kobold here. He is going to stand up and pick up a net. He's readying an action with a net in his hand.
Okay. And Rust Monster's turn.
What? Just monsters.
Monster.
From the cage come out 2 slitherers. Let's see, this one goes a bit forward since he's shoved by the other one. These go ahead and attack Dench.
Okay.
see.
Let's make some attacks.
They bite at you, Dench.
Is a 17 a hit? I believe it is.
What are you wearing for armor, Dench?
My armor class is 14. I don't know if I'm wearing it.
As a barbarian, now I remember, you are actually unarmored, which ends up good news for you.
Yeah, you just take the 6 points of damage.
The other one right behind also bites at you.
Which is a wild miss. Leaving us with one more kobold before Johanna turns this place to cinders.
Yep. That kobold goes ahead and slings at Dench, noting how Wander was deftly dodging. 13, Dench? You have
Not
14,
against-
so that's a miss.
Okay. Johanna.
All right.
It's not looking so good.
Okay. So, wow, guys, before I cast this, I want to give you the opportunity. Do you want to get the hell just out of this cave? Like, we could run right now. Like, we only have one kobold to face, and all 4 of us could take a retreat action. I gotta say, I don't give that many F's about this ale cart, and I'm very young, and I have a long life ahead of me.
If you think you can kill them in a single shot, I don't know if you would have to roll for a perception, but killing the monsters on Dench would be good so that they don't attack his coattails if he's trying to turn and run, if it's possible to do that.
I'm gonna be real with you. I got 3d6s.
It's a lot of damage.
If we try to retreat now, I'm confident that 3 of us would make it out, but I don't think Dench will make it.
Yeah, I
I
kind of
think you have
committed to setting up.
So
for
you guys
your-
want me to fight? Okay.
I want you to fight.
They do get dexterity saving throws. Okay, they're dexterous little bees. We're sure about this. Oh,
Do
oh,
it.
Well, if we
I'm gonna
try
fight.
if we try to run now, Dench is going to take 2 opportunity attacks. Right, these
Yep.
guys will be we'll hit him on the way out.
Okay. So
You got
I'm here
this, Johanna.
next to Lapis, and Dench is right in front of me, and Dench is right between me and these things. So I'm trying to aim for a cone here. I think I'm gonna miss this top left kobold, but everything
You
else.
can move before you do.
I'm not moving any more forward. I am leaping terrified.
Dude, you can just like dive between his legs and just.
Yeah, you can do that, Lapis. I appreciate the extra AC, but
So-
I'm gonna stick where I am and put my arms right on his shoulder like a sniper.
So this will be like the cone if you stay where you are. You won't even hit any of the kobolds because it's only 15 feet. If you move just 5 feet closer, you'll
Jesus.
hit 2 kobolds.
Oh, geez, but that puts me in range, right? I'm a straight coward, dude. I don't know.
But if you get them all, then it doesn't matter that you're in range, right? Like if you take them all out.
I don't know. Trump's gonna aim for me though.
I think this is a telling moment for who your character is as a person right now.
Guys, I'm gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not that brave. I'm just not that brave. I'm standing. You are between me and these kobolds, these monsters. Then I got my hands on your shoulder. I'm only aiming for these two.
All right. Well,
You don't? Are you sure you don't listen, Johanna? Do you remember that lady's body that we saw earlier that was rotting in the river? She could have had a family. She could have had children. We don't know how many people get lured into this cave and killed by these guys, right?
I haven't seen
If
any
you were
of those
sad,
bodies in this cave,
if you
Wander.
were sad
Enough
about the goblin
speeches. You
outside,
get to make your
How
decision
many
now, or
people
you're gonna, or the kobold's gonna go ahead.
I'm gonna. You guys all have moves after me, so I'm just doing this. I'm sorry, I'm not that brave.
All right.
There we
Gotta
go.
be you. Really, 3d6 and you rolled a 6 on damage.
Oh,
That's
no.
amazing. Rust monsters, please make me dexterity saving throws to only take half.
Why does it say half damage? Why does she only do half damage?
If they pass a DC 13 dex saving throw.
Yeah.
Wow,
Which-
both of those monsters managed to avoid the worst of it.
You didn't kill them?
She barely
The whole
wounded.
plan!
I'm not a pro.
She barely hurt. Oh, that's the wrong button. Barely hurt them at all.
You really hyped up the
Yeah.
spell. Like I was really committed.
I
was gonna
didn't
make sure
hype
you
up
didn't
the
die.
I was honest. You hyped up the spell. I offered to run. I'm
how many more of those do you have left in your tank?
none. Just the one.
That was
Okay.
it.
This is the moment where Johanna becomes more autonomous and she's like, everyone else here is an idiot.
That's it, guys. I grew up a little bit here. On account, I feel more adult than all y'all right now. Okay. now it's your turn. I got nothing else left, right? No post.
You can move, can't you?
Yeah.
I am actually just so horrified at how badly that succeeded. I'm gonna take a step back here.
Can you only take one step back? Because as soon as I can move from this position, I'm going to be taking a lot more than one step
Yeah,
back.
I think I'm dipping.
I'm just fired
If you
off,
want to
and
be the
I'm
new
just-
front line,
I'm
but
just
actually,
backing up
if she
5 feet
after
by
that
5 feet.
after that horrible whiff, if she only took one step back, I'm sorry, I would hold my tongue. I wouldn't have said anything there. I'm sorry.
All right.
I'm Irish goodbying. Is this okay?
How come the light is following Johanna? I have the
Because she's
torch.
got the torch.
No, I
Oh,
have the torch.
Then let's take it off of her and onto you. For some reason.
Not my responsibility.
There we go. How's that?
Yes, much better.
All right. Kobold turn.
Let's see. That kobold will go ahead and kind of at that light show as he goes ahead and takes a sling at Dench.
It's a wild miss. Wild miss. Lapis.
I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm gonna move back with Johanna, but not like all the way away.
Grabbing him.
And I like so there's still enough light a little bit for them to see, and then I'm gonna fire my crossbow at one of the
Into the dark.
rest mo-
I'm
I
sorry.
can see them.
Can I check here? I have an ability where part of the feature of being a wanderer is that I memorize like caves and stuff. Does that give me the ability to navigate the cave without a torch or no?
Sure, if you want to feel your way around, but it's not going to really help you. Like, that feature will not assist you more than anything else.
Sure. Okay. Okay.
It's
Never
like
mind.
overland movement wandering.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
14 against, did you say a rust monster?
Yeah.
Is a nice hit. Would you roll me some damage, please? 3
Pew.
points. Pew pew. Wander. Your party's in retreat.
if I step back here, if I take opportunity hits against these monsters, that means they won't use them against Dench?
Right. They only have one reaction on their turn per round.
I understand. And any hits will probably destroy any armor that they come into contact with, or how does that work?
I think this is your first time encountering a rust monster, so we'll find
So
out
we
the
have no
consequence.
prior knowledge. Okay, I understand.
Yeah.
All right. Well, in that case, then I would be attempting to retreat, shield out, and everything. The goblins, or the kobolds that are above us. If we step back to where Lapis is now, are they going to be able to move and take full shots? Are they able to get down those stairs? Is it pretty easy for them to hunt down, or does it look like
It's a 10-foot cliff, but this looks like their home, so they're probably used to climbing up and down.
Gotcha. I really think. Listen, I didn't want to come in here at all. I said that this was too risky. I am definitely not getting paid enough to sacrifice my life for anybody else in this cave. So I will be moving back as much as I possibly can, I believe.
All right, go ahead and move 60 feet.
Are you running back past us?
Possibly. That might be what's going on. Yeah. Hold on. Let me see how far back that moves me.
How far do we have to move to disengage from combat?
Until the goblins, the kobolds stop chasing you?
Oh, okay.
All right, Wander has booked it. Dench?
Don't I take attacks from the...
Yes, you take one attack from the corner rust monster.
That monster notices you running past, and you look pretty tasty. So it's going to go ahead and bite at you on your way out. Let's see.
Are these rolls rigged? Are you serious right now?
18.
Yep, that lands.
You're out of luckiness, right? Alright, deals 6 damage.
And...
What type of armor are you wearing?
Chainmail?
Okay, it bites at your chainmail. Your chainmail starts sizzling a little bit. You can go ahead and mark on your chainmail that it now offers -1 to AC. So your AC is now at -1 of what it is currently, due to your chainmail being a bit more rusted.
Gotcha. Hold on, I gotta find this.
Does that happen on the bite as well?
Oh, let me check.
I think that might just be an antenna attack, or...
Let's see, blah blah blah. Any non after damage. You're right. My bad. The bite is fine.
Oh. Of course it is. So I just take damage?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, I've got it calculated.
Roll records any non-magical ferrous metal object it can see within 5 feet of it. Yeah, but that's an action to do that. Okay, yeah, it's just the damage this time around. Okay.
What a shame.
We'll get him next time, Trump. We'll get him. Dench, it's your turn.
All right. Well, after Johanna's debacle of a spirit bomb, I am. I would like to get as far away as possible.
No, what are you doing?
So I am going way past Lapis and Johanna.
No.
So I'm just gonna retreat the full 60 feet.
Oh,
Yep.
God.
It's
Bravery
probably
is a two-way street.
I was gonna run.
Remaining rust monster, please.
I was gonna run.
If it's a disengage, he can only go half that distance.
I can't get him on a disengage. Disengage, you can go 30 feet, your normal move, without getting an opportunity attack.
So, like there. Okay.
Perfect.
Oh, yeah, you got real far, brave man.
All right.
Wait, I'm sorry, real quick. Can you explain how a disengage works? You move half as much, but you...
As an action, you can disengage, which means you do not take opportunity attacks for that round. So that's your one action, is preventing opportunity attacks. And then you would just take your move to only move 30 feet.
Okay, I understand. Okay.
All right. Kobold's turn.
Alright, the first kobold goes ahead and comes back. He was the one who went to the back to pull the rope to open the gate. And he, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He frowns a little bit, and then he fires off a slingshot at Johanna. This is going to be made at disadvantage.
Woo! Wild miss. Next kobold.
They fire off a volley of slings at you as you tuck your tail and run. Sling. That is a 17 with disadvantage on Johanna.
That's a hit for 3 points of damage.
I also have +2 to my armor class from Anna. Is that
Yep, that's still a hit,
okay?
unfortunately. And the last kobold of this pack for the moment.
The final kobold goes ahead and throws a sling at, goes in and hurls a sling shot at Lapis for a 10 to hit.
No good. Lapis is too strong for you.
Too dexterous.
The rust monsters
named monsters
crawl up over here and take a bite at Johanna and Lapis, respectively.
No.
First one bites at Johanna. That's a 10 and a miss. And the second one bites at Lapis.
Ha!
It's also a miss.
I slap it on the snout. It doesn't even hit. Stop that!
Remaining kobold.
It goes in and slings Lapis for a miss.
And
Lapis is like dancing all over the place. Like you know in a cartoon when like they're dodging bullets and it's like the body's like bending all over the place like a Looney Tune. That's what she looks like.
the scene from The Mask. Yeah, Johanna, it's your turn.
How far can I get? 60?
60 if you want to take the opportunity attacks. 30 if you want to avoid the opportunity attacks.
Oh wait, do I get a? I can't. My hellish rebuke is a reaction. Can I react to any of the attacks on me?
But your Hellish Rebuke will use one of your spell slots, and you only have the one spell slot.
Oh, it's almost the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
And I can recover 1 spell or 2 spells from sleeping?
You can recover all of your one spell slots from resting.
Okay. Then I am going to do this.
But you already used your one spell slot, is what I'm saying.
Sorry.
On the burning hands, yeah.
I only get the 1 per day. Right. So, and none of these are good. Okay, because everything's hostile towards me. Yeah, it's a GTFO moment for me.
All right.
There we go. I just want.
Okay, not that my character would ever do this, but as I see her running past me, can I roll to push her into the trap?
No.
Yeah.
I was just curious.
Listen,
Never mind. I was just curious.
running past you now. Look what I'm doing. I'm running up.
I mean, I guess technically you do have a reaction.
Nope, never mind. Okay, I was just curious. You know, it's like bait so that the monsters have something to nibble on while we run away. But never mind. Okay.
Guy, I'm behind this tree out here. It's 60 away.
Where did you guys lay the trap? It was never
It's
marked
right
on
at the mouth of the cave.
Could you mark the square for me somehow? There's a draw tool. Like it looks like a paintbrush.
Johanna, did you choose to go 60 feet and not disengage, which will give you opportunity attacks? Or would you like to move 30 feet?
I don't want to attack anything. I just want to get out of there.
Sure, so you run without without defensively regarding that they may counterattack. Is that right?
No.
No. Okay, well then, if you want to carefully back away, you may only go 30 feet.
Yeah, it's cause I was in range of them, right? Is that why?
Yeah.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. Look at you, nice guy, Trump.
I'd be right in front of Wander,
Yeah.
or to this side.
Yeah, what's up? I'll keep you safe, buddy.
All right.
I want to cover up his view.
Kobold in the back.
Alright, the kobold slings. You kind of hear the kobolds cheering a bit, yipping a bit, as they might not be used to winning.
But they still miss with this attack. Lapis.
Because I am not a frontliner, I'm gonna take a disengage action and then move. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. What's that? That's the trap, right?
Yeah.
So I'll go over here then.
Okay. Wander.
Johanna was very useless, so I'm very reluctant to do anything to help her.
16 friends.
Very reluctant to help her. However, Lapis healed me earlier, and watching her wander back from the monsters very carefully makes me reluctant to leave. Dench is also very brave. I see him at the front of the cave fighting. As much as I care about myself, I feel like I would feel a tinge of regret to leave them here dying. I guess it's possible that one of the monsters could stumble forward while trying to attack me and maybe step into the trap. And I can also help Lapis and Dench escape the cave, so I'll just step in front of the trap here and take a dodge. Can I do that?
Yep, that's good.
I have a question. As Destiny walks by the trap, can I push him into it?
we already clarified that that's not possible.
Checking.
All right, Dench, it's your turn.
All right. Well, I admire Wander's bravery, but get me out of here. So I'm gonna go similarly behind the trap and hope to lure them in. So is this still considered a disengage?
No, you are not adjacent to an enemy. No enemy is currently threatening you, technically speaking. So you are free to run away.
Yeah, I think I'll go similarly near. Or can I stack on the same square as
No.
Wander? Okay, yeah. So I'll go here and then I'll take a dodge or whatever makes me less likely to die as well.
Dodge it is. Kobolds. Lots and lots of kobolds.
All right, as you are in full retreat, you just kind of get a hailstorm of sling pellets aimed kind of at all of you. So this one is one at each of you. The first one is Johanna. First, these are all at disadvantage. It's an 8. Second
Miss.
one is at Wander. 15.
Miss.
That's a miss. Third
Yeah.
one is at Dench. 18.
That's a hit. Dench, you take 6.
Okay.
And then the final one is at Lapis. 15. Is that a hit?
If it's equal to my AC,
Just
is that a hit?
barely. Yeah.
Owie!
Can
So
you?
I take 3.
Can the person who just set up this trap remind me how it's set up?
It's a hunting trap like
It's
a bear
just a
trap, so
hunting
if you
trap.
I
step
think
on
it's-
it.
Is
Dench's
it
trap.
obvious? Did you hide it at all?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's see. This rust monster charges straight ahead at Wander, and then steps into the hunting trap. What happens?
Yay!
The fast monster.
The monster must make I think it's a DC 13 dexterity saving throw, or it suffers damage.
8.
That is definitely a fail. This is Dench's hunting trap, right?
Correct.
Dench, would you please roll me 1d4 for the damage? And thereafter, until the creature breaks free of the trap, its movement is limited by the length of the chain, typically 3 feet long. A creature can use an action to make a strength check to free itself, or another creature within its reach on a success. Each failed check deals an additional 1 piercing damage to the trapped creature. So basically, it's immobilized to this spot, and it takes d4 points of damage.
Do I get any kind of like opportunity attacks on this since it's trapped next to me? Or no? Okay.
And the other 2 damage. All right. The other rust monster moves forward and takes a bite at Johanna. Ooh, 21. It's 5 piercing damage.
That is a hit.
All right, I've got 2 hit points.
Johanna, it's your turn.
Oh, and I have to run limited 30 feet, right? Because it's adjacent.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, those 30 feet are going to be directly behind my friends over here. 30.
Okay. Next up is Kobold
Oh,
in the
wait,
back.
I can't use any other actions, right? If I'm disengaging and then running away.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Kobold in the back.
Kobold goes ahead and takes a slingshot at Lapis. Let's see.
Wait, that was a... Ha!
14? Not good enough.
Just missed me.
All right, Lapis, your turn.
So the rust monster that's in the trap is immobilized but not out of commission.
Correct. Its front left leg is stuck in the trap.
Do I hear the kobolds coming, or have they stayed in the cave?
You haven't heard any sounds of them moving. It's just been the rocks flying out of the cave.
Okay. I'm just gonna back up to like here, and I'm gonna take a crossbow shot at the remaining not immobilized rust monster.
So you are taking the attack of opportunity from the rust monster as you back up.
I take it even though he's immobilized?
Yeah.
Then never mind. I guess I just attack him, and I don't. So ignore the light crossbow. Actually,
You could attack him and then move back. No.
yeah, I'm gonna do that.
You can. You'll
but-
take an opportunity attack though, if with any move back that is not a disengage action.
Oh.
I'm just real. I was gonna hit him with my mace instead of my crossbow, but my mace does like no damage. Why would I do that? So yeah, I just like close range, point blank crossbow this rust monster. Poof.
Sure. Normally you would get disadvantage for that, for firing in melee. However, since it's caught in a hunting trap, you can roll it without disadvantage.
Sweet. I got a 21.
All right. You hit. Roll some damage. 4 piercing. Wander, your enemy has come to you and wandered into a trap. It's right in front of you.
So I'm able to take a hit here. If I hit him and then move back, he gets an opportunity attack against me.
Yes.
In terms of what we've seen in the cave, are we able to see if those guys are coming down after us, or are we not able
It's
to see?
too dark in the cave to see anything.
It's too dark to tell.
Yeah.
And I can take a disengage here and just continue to move back. He's trapped. He's immobilized.
Yes, but the other one is not.
The other one's not. How much damage have we done to him so far? What did we hit on him? Do you guys remember? I see the 4, and then what else? Does anybody remember what they've done in terms of damage to him? We rolled that 1d6 that got halved, so 3. So we've done 7 damage to him.
Do we have any idea what the max life total is, or?
Well, we have to look at it. We can only eyeball
These
him.
aren't showing the health bars for some reason, but you should be able to see them normally. It's about at 60% health.
Here, I will
Okay.
show the health bars. I don't know how they got unshown. They should be visible.
So it's like 15, 18-ish health max.
Okay. If I'm not careful, I could very easily be killed by 2 of these monsters, and dying to a monster in a trap sounds like one of the dumbest ways to die. So I will take a disengage, and I will move back behind my brave frontline Johanna. Actually, I'll try to go into this tree if I can. These would both be like 25. Okay. So I would take a disengage and then move back to this cover here.
Okay. Dench.
And Johanna has what, 2 life?
Yep.
Ugh, I'm pretty sure I have 5. So
Wait, you have 5 right now? You look like you have way more.
yeah, I know. It looks like I have way more on my character.
You should have 12?
Do I?
Did you take more damage than that?
I got hit for 3 and then for 6, and I don't know where the 1 would have came from, but it says I have 5. But I
Oh,
remember
we need to make sure to track it on your character.
Want to heal
have
me,
it
bro?
I have it on my character page in the current hit points. Is there somewhere else you have to put it in?
Oh, I just saw it. Did you just hit enter or something?
I moved it for him. Something's going wrong with our tokens. Something has happened, and they are not tracked. They're not updating automatically.
Okay.
Okay, I see.
I'm fixing it now.
For me, when I enter my values, I'm just entering them into the little bubbles that appear above. I don't know if
That's the right way to do it. Yep.
Yeah, that's what works.
Okay, got it.
Cool. They're all fixed now.
Well, I hate to leave you high and dry, Johanna, but I,
Do you though? Do
12
you?
health. What are you doing?
Giant,
No,
if you would have
that's
stepped
sick.
forward and blasted those kobolds up there, we'd be so much more brave. But
We should have run when I said to run.
I didn't even want to come into this place.
So, does this count as adjacent, being diagonally adjacent?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I think that try and get like the maximum amount of safe, so I can have lapis in front of me and a tree. Yeah. Okay. So I can move 30 feet, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna move. I can move behind this this tree, the one that lapis is a little bit in front of. I can make it to that, right?
I don't know where you're talking about.
The tree behind lapis.
Lapis is in the cave mouth.
You mean Johanna? Yes.
No. The other one. The other one behind lapis.
Wander.
That
What?
one.
Oh, this one. You want to get behind this little tree?
No. Like the
Just
one
move your
that's-
character to where you want to go.
Yeah. Can I make it here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this seems really safe because I got lapis in front of me.
Yeah, it's definitely way more in view of the rest monsters.
All right, you back out, leaving poor Lapis as the only viable
Uh-oh.
target for every single enemy attack.
Cool, guys. Cool.
right? These cool guys that we're partied with.
It's really cool.
All right, here we go. From the darkness of the cave, Lapis, 4 pellets are flung towards you. These are all at disadvantage.
What a god.
10, 8, 8, and 11.
Lapis just stands still like this, and she's like, "Feel the warmth of my energy," and the bullets just go toot, 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 like off. Don't even hit her.
Completely missing.
The rust monsters go ahead and shimmy up to you and both bite at you. 12, 12.
Now, bad rust monster down. No.
Wow, Johanna, you see Lapis stand there as every single possible attack fails to hit her. Does this inspire you to bravery?
Oh, you wish. Can I use one of my skills and then move or spell cast? Is it I get 2 actions or 1?
You can get an action and a move, so you can move and spellcast or something like that.
Can I use my medicine on myself?
If you have medicine, you can. What medicine do you have?
I have a 4 check mark.
That's a medicine skill. You would actually need like medicine itself to add. So you can like stabilize people that are dying, and if you have a medic kit, you can do something with it. But you have no medicine to heal with as of this moment.
Did not purchase one of those.
Did not purchase that. No.
So this is looking like a 60 feet run here. That's what this is looking like. Let's see. I'm gonna move back to behind. If I get actually up in this tree, if I put myself on there, I'm up in it, right?
How far was that for you? That's like 25 feet. So you can move to the tree and then spend your action to climb the tree if you'd like.
Oh no. Okay. Wait. Can I climb this tree above the height Wander is if I move to the closer tree?
Yes, absolutely.
All right. So I'm way higher up in the tree than Wander. This is a sturdy tree, right? These rust monsters aren't gonna like body it down.
That's what it looks like. Yeah.
It's a big
As you
tree,
climb
right?
the tree,
Alright.
be careful that you don't accidentally touch the goblin that is violently impaled on
You
the
know what?
on
I'm
your
over
way up.
that right now with the present threat of the monsters. And then I'm actually gonna, wow, I'm not feeling this and it's freaking me out, but I'm gonna have to Eldritch Blast to save my friend.
How far did you move?
I got 120
Oh,
range.
yeah.
Is that right?
So yeah, you can move to that tree, use the rest of your movement to climb up halfway, and then Eldritch Blast. That's fine.
All right,
You're like 15 feet off the ground right now.
and I'm aiming at the one not in a trap.
All right, you miss.
Okay, nailed it. Just really useful to the party. Let's just remember that part of that time that I was the only one that did damage. Remember that?
Neo, it is your turn.
One more kobold right before Lapis, right?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yes, you're right. One more kobold.
Aha, don't try to cheat me out of this, Neil. Alright, one more sling comes out at Lapis. One more pellet, rather. Oh, this one is a 12 due to disadvantage.
Oh.
That is a miss.
Oh.
Lapis. You're muted.
I want to propose that after seeing me be completely impervious to all of those attacks, the rust monsters would be intimidated.
You can propose that all you want.
Oh, I guess I need to propose it to you. You don't think so?
These monsters look like they are just hungry for a meal, and you're it.
Fine. Then I just take a boring disengage action and I go like, I don't know, let's see, 5, 10. I go back here with these guys.
So,
Okay.
a little people heavy.
I pop in. I'm like, hey guys, is this where the party is?
I can't handle fall damage, and I don't rock the boat.
All right, Wander.
Is there a lumberjack check? Just curious. Never mind. Okay, so I see the monsters at the front of the cave. The kobolds are still probably moving behind them. So I think at this point, Dench is moving next, and then all of the other dudes are moving before Johanna and Lapis moves.
I'll
what is-
mention to you, since you imagine that they're moving behind you, have not heard any pitter-patter of footsteps, which probably would have made sound in this echoey cave.
Okay, so we don't. Okay. What does Johanna get for being in the tree?
The she's out of rust monster range pretty much because she's 15 feet up, and she's in the tree, but I think she's like on the far side of the tree, so she's in pretty good cover.
Okay. Since we don't hear anybody pursuing, and Johanna is hiding in a tree, and we have Lapis, the literal god herself, Dench, I would ask you, I think we could hold this position and kill the 2 monsters coming out of the cave at least, so that we don't have any pressure behind us. I don't know how quick they are, if they can chase us down. And then once we deal with them, we can regroup and figure out what we want to do. Do you think that's okay, Dench?
Yeah, I think we could engage. Like, we kind of have 2 prongs of attack, so that's not too bad.
For me to... Okay, then in that case, I think I will hold my position. I'll move right here to the left. That blocks off Lapis, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I will take a dodge here, I guess, if I can do that. For if anybody approaches me, that works on melee attacks.
Yep.
Okay.
Cool.
All right, that's my action.
Dench.
So if I try and shoot through the tree, will that make my shot less likely to hit?
Not at all.
Oh, okay, great. So that's all I guess I'll shoot and I'll take a shot and then I'll probably take a dodge. Can I do that?
Yep. No, you can take a shot or a dodge. They're both actions. You only get 1 action.
Okay. Is there anything else productive I can do if I want to stay here and I definitely want to take a shot?
No.
All right, I'll just chill out then. I think I'll just take a shot at the weakened rust monster then with my. Actually, this is close enough for javelin, I think.
25 to one, 30 to the other.
Yeah, I could use my javelin. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, your javelin has a much better roll to hit and much better damage.
Yeah, so I think I'll use my javelin on whichever one of those is weaker.
Pick
one in the trap.
The closer one, yeah, the one in the trap. That would make sense.
Okay.
All right.
Wait, you're shooting the one in the trap?
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
The one that can't move forward and hit us, Dench? Dench, there's a monster charging our squishies, and there's one stuck in the trap, and that's who you shoot at?
Yes,
It doesn't matter. He misses.
Okay, yeah. See, I took a higher chance to hit it and missed anyway.
All right,
And,
Game of Thrones.
from in the cave, you hear all sorts of whooping and kind of what you would assume to be cheering. It is an embarrassment to lose to kobolds, but it appears you have managed to do so. As they celebrate their victory, the echoes from the cave float out towards you. Let's see, the rust monsters. This one pulls against the chain of the trap as he turns towards the closest, who is Dench, and tries to break free. What kind of check is that?
He needs to. It's a DC 13 strength check to escape a trap, but I think you have to be intelligent enough to try and pry open the trap.
Wait
You
a
know,
second,
bears get
pull on
caught
it.
in bear traps all the time.
Did
And they-
Dench miss his shot?
Yes, he did.
Oh, he wasn't rolling that in an advantage or whatever?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Even though the monster was trapped? Okay, sorry.
Yeah, because it's got a 3-foot
feel it.
section of chain. It's not totally immobilized. It just can't really leave its square.
Okay, all right.
I don't know if a rust monster can get out. You know, like when a bear gets caught in a bear trap, it doesn't leave. So I think if a person gets caught, they can try and break out of it. The rust monster will probably strain and take a point of damage.
Okay,
That's
the
about
rust monster pulls at the chain, but is unable to break free, taking a point of damage.
Alright.
The other rust monster makes for Dench, crawling really fast on all four legs, and takes a bite at him.
Oh, what?
Wild miss. And we'll go all the way to Johanna in the tree. You're a little bit muted, Johanna.
There we go. I got no option to heal until we sleep, huh?
Yep.
All right. And only Eldritch Blast to use. I mean, we're not an immediate threat anymore, right?
I am.
I mean, we're not an immediate threat anymore, right?
You're
Just
not.
a
You're
guy-
in a tree. You're
Guy
pretty
that ran
comfortable.
past me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gosh, I mean, this is all very scary. Do we know what motivates the rust monsters?
Hunger.
Is it hunger?
Probably something like that. Maybe they've been trained. Maybe they're just wild
Do I have
animals
any,
that
like,
are.
food in my pack to give them?
Yeah, I think
Like-
you have. Wait a minute. No, actually, you took a scholar's pack. You specifically have no food on you.
No food.
You are the only person in the party with no food on them.
Did they eat goblin?
Wouldn't they eat metal or no?
Or they eat metal? When they eat your trap then?
Oh, it's probably what it's going to do on its next turn.
Oh, well then I guess, geez. I need a turn to rest between Eldritch Blast or shit gets loopy, so I'm just gonna do a perception check and see if I can see anything coming from far away. I'm still very conscious of that warg that ran too.
Sure, give me a perception check.
Yeah. Alright, I got a good history on these, so I'm feeling good about this one too.
Oh my god.
Don't worry, there's nothing coming. You're positive.
It's me. You know?
All right, I think the kobolds are still cheering, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. So it's just Lapis is up next.
All right.
Sorry. I'm intentionally useless, I'm sorry.
I am just gonna keep shooting at what I can see. So I'm gonna take another crossbow shot at the rust monster in the trap because the other one's gone, right?
Wait, what? No, he's in
Oh wait,
front of
no,
us, right?
he was. Never mind. I'll shoot at that one.
Cool.
He was hidden.
Cool.
All right, shooting at that. Oh,
No. Wander.
it hits
Okay.
the tree.
I'm going to. You said that next turn we can expect that monster will probably break out of its trap.
Oh, I think that the rust monster forgot it ate metal, and so it didn't leave the trap that round. But now that Johanna reminded the rust monster that it eats metal,
Thanks,
it
Rachel.
will remember to eat the metal.
Okay. You can hit enemies that are adjacent to you.
Yes.
Okay. Like diagonally. Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Okay. So, I will move over here to the left of Dench, and then I will take a swing at this rust monster. Is that okay?
Yeah. Roll the hit.
Okay. I'm clicking my longsword to roll this.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, that's definitely a hit. Roll me some damage on that one.
Do I have to manually roll damage?
You click the longsword text at the bottom of the roll in the.
Okay.
in the
Is
chat.
that's taking into account my duelist? I think it is because I entered it. Okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm clicking this.
Yep. Boom. Yes, it does take into account your duelist. That's a nice whopping 10 points of damage.
Yow. Screech goes the rust monster. Unfortunately, would you like to inform them?
Any non-magic weapons made of metal that hits the rust monster corrodes. After dealing the damage, the weapon takes a permanent and cumulative -1 penalty to damage rolls. If the penalty drops to -5, the weapon is destroyed. So your longsword is now just slightly weaker.
Gotcha. How do I? What I do like? How do I enter this on my sheet?
There's probably a way to do it. We'll
Okay,
figure it out as we
wait,
go
wait,
along.
Okay.
Yeah. Dench.
So does the mall fall under the demographic of things that will get corroded?
Is your maul made out of metal?
I don't know what a maul is.
Yes, malls are
probably.
made of metal. I looked this up. Or the hammery part is made of some sort of irony thing.
It's made of irony.
It might still be worth to just make sure he dies.
Delicious irony. Rust Monster likes irony.
I think I still just want to maul it.
Go for it.
It'd be nice if Dench got at least one hit in.
Bad or is this all right?
Don't worry about what other people think. You be you, man.
No, I'm trying to win. So
You're a barbarian.
Yeah.
Just let him have it, dude.
I mean, you can't win if you don't kill your enemy.
Yeah, let's maul it. All right.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's a 21. Roll me some damage.
Nice.
Oh, that is so nice. I think you splatter the rust monster against the ground. Its guts kind of splaying out all over the place.
Did I kill it so hard that it won't corrode my weapon?
Unfortunately, the blood gets all over your weapon, and now your weapon is slightly rusted.
Oh man.
Okay.
But I did kill it, right?
You did kill it.
All right. we
And
take
the
it.
next rust monster is still chained in the middle of the ground, and the kobolds are back in the cave cheering. You do have a moment. It appears you have a moment to withdraw, if you would like to.
The echoes from the cave are ones of glee and cheering. The rust monster is now, after seeing that it can't pull through to get at you, it's now chomping at the metal.
You don't have very long until that rust monster frees itself. What do you guys do?
It's a pretty easy retreat. I'm retreating. I don't care what the three of you
Yeah,
do.
I'm out. I'm out.
All right.
This was a very unsuccessful endeavor.
Okay. The party backs out, and well, I think we are out of time for today.
Well,
So-
let's wrap this up from a would you like to retreat all the way back to your hometown here?
Is that where we initially took the quest?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, and we can. Do we want to talk to the bartender lady?
Yeah, I think we could report our findings. Like we have some stuff that we could come back with. I don't think it's
Sure. Sure.
Let's
Okay.
hit the
Can we-
bridge encounter here.
Yeah, because we would have to pay to go through the bridge again.
Are
if
there
we go
places
back.
to stay near the casino?
Well, we need to go back to that town and report to that lady what happened. Also, I don't feel comfortable staying out here near all of these strange people either, I think.
I'm actually fine paying the 4 gold. I got 2 health and I'd love to sleep somewhere protected.
All right.
agreed.
Should I
Yeah.
just subtract the gold? Yeah.
I
Sure.
don't know. Do we have to pay to go back?
Yeah, it's a
Well-
toll bridge. Or
Well,
sorry, we have to
usually a
pay.
toll bridge is only one way.
Oh, sweet summer child.
Oh, dear
Okay,
me,
I live in San
says
Francisco.
the
I have to pay one way every
dear
day.
me, says Elisa as she sees you appearing. You all look worse for the wear. What happened to you?
Were we? Did we ever loot that monster? Were we able to? Never mind. Okay.
No.
We need something believable here.
We tried to play music for some goblins that we encountered up north, and they were not very receptive to our music. We barely escaped from our lives, and now we just want to go home and play music for our own people, who will appreciate it.
Ah, yes, those
If we keep saying
goblins.
music, then it'll get the point across. This is good.
That's a pesky threat up to the north. I'll tell you what, I'm feeling a good mood, and this flute, it is pretty good. This time, I'll let you guys pass without a toll.
Oh, nice.
Just this time.
Wow, thanks.
You are a kind, kind soul, and karma will repay you.
All right. You guys make it all the way back to town. We'll just bring ourselves to another screen for a moment here. And you can make your way back to the Shamrock Saloon, which is the name of the tavern that you guys were in, run by Laura. She sees you walking in a little bit battered, dirty, sweating, bloodied all over the place. Your weapon's slightly rusty somehow after a day out adventuring. And leans in heavily and goes, "Oh my, You look like you've seen some troubles. Here, before you say what's going on, let me buy you all around. And brings
Aw.
up some ale to all of you. Nice, cool, crisp, refreshing, cold ale.
How'd she get this out?
Wait, yeah, hold up. That's what I'm thinking.
Uh-oh.
So, what'd you find?
Can we have a drink amongst ourselves to collect our thoughts before we talk to the lady?
Of course.
We really need a moment. Yeah.
Yeah, take your time. I think there's a nice corner booth over there that's empty.
As we are huddled amongst ourselves, I assume it should be easy to pick out who is the most charismatic of us.
Not me.
Sure.
I don't know
what are
who-
all your charisma scores?
-1 is my checker. I'm 8. So I'm not very
Same.
charismatic.
Same here.
It's gonna be Johanna. Johanna's a warlock. Charisma is their primary stat.
Look how
Okay.
cute and young and full of life she is.
I think that we should tell this lady that when we ventured north, her wagon was robbed by a bunch of orcs or kobolds or whatever was in that cave, goblins, and that we saw the wagon crashed in that cave. And we should tell her that that's exactly where it wound up at. We don't know what happened to Bob. We weren't able to find him. Hopefully he made it out okay. But I think we try to sell her that story so that we can still collect the reward to make sure that we get the 250 gold. But I can't. I don't think I can sell that story to her. I don't trust myself to be able to do it. I'm not a good liar.
You want me to lie?
Why don't we just tell her the truth? Because that's almost the same as the truth.
Well, because we don't really know where that cart wound up.
Yeah, I don't think we have enough of a conclusion to like.
Oh,
really
we know where
say
that
we
cart
deserve-
wound up.
So the big problem is she doesn't know if Bob was stealing from her or if he, just wandered off and sold it to somebody else. So I think if we sell her this story, she can feel pretty concluded about what happened to Bob, maybe, that we know where the cart is. At least we can sell her that much. But if we don't even know where the cart is, we don't really have much to tell her other than we wandered into a cave and fought monsters all day and came back empty-handed.
Well, I don't lie, but you guys live your best life. You do what you need to do.
Does that mean you don't want any of the money, or are you gonna take some of this money that we?
No, I'm
acquired
totally
from the
not
lie?
saying that. I mean, I did
No?
my part,
Well, I mean, you're agreeing to the lie, so it's sort of like you are lying.
Yeah, this isn't all or nothing. We have to all be in for this, or we can tell her the truth. It's
Why
up
don't
to
we
you.
just go back out tomorrow when we're all recharged up?
Because I didn't take enough to do this for 2 days. This is not enough money for this.
I'm
for
not
this
going
type
back
of
in that
activity.
cave.
Not for
I'm
250
gonna
gold.
tell her. But I need you guys to back me up. So I'm gonna start telling the story, and you guys have to finish it for me.
I
I'm
can't.
gonna
do that.
start with
I can't. I really
I
can't
have
do
a
that.
charisma score of 1.
Too higher than mine.
Would that affect my persuasion if they all backed me up?
No, they're not very charismatic. Any
Okay.
of them.
Well, I don't want to go back there, so I'm ready to tell whatever story is necessary to Laura to get paid.
All right, Johanna,
Are we-
you
Well,
All
But
okay
am
with
I?
this?
Because-
Lapis, are you okay with this?
I don't know now. I'm so conflicted. I've been having this beer. I don't know if I want to do this, guys, but I'll do it. But I won't do it. I'm not going to do it.
Lapis is just doing like yoga moves. She's just trying to cleanse her aura. She's just
I'll
disengaged.
do it for half the gold.
What?
I'll do it for half the gold too.
Yeah, but you got terrible charisma.
Still do it.
I mean, it's not that terrible. Ours is terrible. Ours is a negative modifier, but his isn't that bad. His is a
I can pull.
positive.
I got us by with just a flute and some gold. I'm just
Yeah.
saying. I've had a killer run so far.
Well, I know one thing for sure, and that's that this group is not based on friendship, so it must be based on something else, and that can only be money.
You don't think
I will.
this is
I'm
based
willing
on
to
friendship?
give. I'm willing to give 5 gold from my purse to tell a lie. If you want to do it, so it's about 63, 62 and a half gold per person. I'll give you 5 out of my purse to do it.
I'm alright with that.
If you sell the lie and we
Yes.
actually get the reward.
Yes, if we get the reward. Otherwise,
And
you
gold
don't get your
each.
gold.
I'm only doing 5. Otherwise, we can go back
Goldie.
tomorrow. We can go back tomorrow if that's what you want
We're
to do.
going back to the cave.
Sounds good.
all right.
We can
A
go
little
back.
while later, Loro comes on over and goes, "So, looks like you found something. Did you find my beer?"
Yeah, I'm gonna lie to her. Can I do a persuasion check?
Well, tell me your lie, and then we'll see some rolls.
It has to be a charismatic lie.
We searched as hard as we could, and we found the wagon wheel, and we found actually a corpse by the wagon wheel, and we traced those wagon tracks as far as we could across a bridge and a ravine until we got to a cave. And when we got to the mouth of that cave, we went in, And when we went in that cave, oh Laura, it was
Oh, Laura.
there was ale chunks and wagon chunks everywhere and
Oh
kobold
my god.
monsters. And whoever took that wagon was definitely a kobold with a rust monster, because that was where the wagon was and the kobolds were. And this case is closed, Laura, because we all know how much rust monsters love ale, and there is no questioning this is absolutely what happened.
Aside from that second to last point about rust monsters loving ale,
They do.
that
I don't
sounds
know that. It's new.
kobolds. And who was the body? Was it? It wasn't Bobby, was it?
Oh God, no, it wasn't Bobby.
Oh, whew.
No, it wasn't Bobby.
Did you find out who it was?
It was Bobby.
She looks to the rest of the party. Is she okay?
She's great.
Who's the body?
How's her energy?
Her energy is like flowing. It's flowing so fast. I can see her aura. It's just like pulsating.
Maybe
Not
we
Bobby.
should cut
For
you
sure,
off.
not Bobby. I can tell
It
you with
makes
100% certainty that the body was not Bobby.
She makes a gentle reach for your beer to take it away from you. Okay, so Bobby's alive, good. But the beer was taken by kobolds and destroyed?
Yes.
They took the beer back to their lair and destroyed it.
Here.
But they took it all the way back to their cave to destroy it.
Destroy it.
All right, I'm going to be honest. I don't think you're telling me the truth. This sounds like a load of crap. But I believe that you have seen some trouble. You are clearly badly wounded.
Yep.
So why don't you go find me my beer and we can square this deal away.
I tried, guys.
All right.
I give her a reassuring pat.
When we
I
were
can't lie, it's not my nature.
when we were walking
Honesty
north,
is always the best policy.
I'm just want to ask you a question. When we were walking north, we noticed a lady that was traveling the opposite direction, and she had an anchor tattoo on her ankle. Do you have any idea who she is? She looked like she was kind of.
That's Bobby's wife. Is she on her way here? She must be here. Well, she hasn't arrived yet.
That was
Go
the dead
somewhere else.
person.
Rachel!
The anchor tattoo. Bobby's got the anchor tattoo, right?
Lapis is just watching this all unfold and being like,
At this
"The
point,
truth
I would get
always
up and
comes
leave,
out."
and I'll wait outside for the remainder because I don't
We're
think
still
I can
party,
control
right?
any more
You know
to it.
what? I think this is a good spot to end for the session for the day. Your lies have all been exposed. You've been defeated by kobolds and their pet rust monsters. I hope you feel somewhat humiliated by this, but don't worry. Next week, you will get your revenge. I am positive you will get your revenge next week.
But I would like to up the stakes a bit. As you have failed a quest, if you fail again, the entire group is out.
Ooh.
So it's all or nothing for you next time.
All right.
Okay.
I make no guarantees, guys. Sorry. I'll do my best.
Do we get experience for killing the kobold? Is this enough to level us up? Oh, we killed one kobold and one goblin, right? That's a lot right there.
We'll see you guys next week. Trump, do we do shoutouts here? How do we end the show?
Let's see. Thanks to Wizards of the Coast for giving us this platform, supporting us. We're running this on D&D Twitch. And yeah, let's all give a quick one-liner.
Hey guys, I'm Neil, also known as Koibu. You can find me on twitch.tv/Koibu. I do D&D stuff all day, every day, mostly 2nd edition, a little bit of 5th edition. I'm on a bunch of other shows. That's one line. It's a little run-on sentence.
Cool. I'll kind of go rapid fire. Destiny.
Hey, I'm Destiny. If you go to destiny.gg, you'll see all the links to my social media or whatever. Thanks for watching. Yeah, that's all I got.
Anna Prosser.
You can find me at Anna Prosser on all the social media or annaprosser.com. And you can find me on this channel, D&D, on Tuesdays from 4 to 6 on Dice Camera Action, and then right after that on Misclicks for Misclicks D&D Devotion with Neil. And you can see me hosting all sorts of gaming and esports events on Twitch.
Amnesiac.
Yeah, not much for me. Just thanks for having me. This was fun.
Yeah, glad to have you again. And finally, Rachel.
Hey guys, it's Seltzer, please. I didn't expect to actually live through this whole day, so maybe I'll have to put my tri-pants on and Eldritch Blast a little more next weekend, but you'll have to tune in to see. And guys, thank you so much for having me. This was really fun.
Alright, hopefully you'll be able to share a tale other than getting routed by kobolds next time. Join us next week. And a thank you to all of our Patreons for the support already before our first show. You can go to patreon.com/TrumpSC. If you like what you're showing, support the show. And we're going to roll the outro Patreon thank you footage now. Cheers.
Thanks, guys.
Bye bye.
See you later.